Kmart. Safe word is Kmart.
Safe word is Kmart.
Rolling.
Don't say any brands like that because they're not paying us yet. So,
Black man.
yeah, safe word is like get my mom, right? All right, everything rolling. It's CWTFB Radio, man. You know what I am, Machine. Alongside my Choco Bliss, Honey Kiss, my good sis, never miss. Big bells from the big motherfucking block. Come on. And you know where the fuck we at, man? We in the Sound Lab, Media Lab to be exact. Got a lot of love in here. We got the whole Everything Chris crew in here, man. Come on.
Yes, sir, we here.
You know what I mean? Alt Boy Cali, Prince, Pastor.
Yes, sir, we in the building.
Y'all niggas is here, man. But what we gonna do before anything is we gonna get into a mix, man. Episode 266, man. I'm Charlie Machine alongside my good sis. Never miss Big Bells. We got Everything Crisp in the building.
Yes, sir.
We gonna have a lot of fun tonight, but you know we gotta pay some bills and then we gonna get into these ratings.
Can I just say that I'm disappointed that you didn't play Warning? It's okay though.
Warning?
Yeah.
What sample was from Warning?
I know it wasn't
all right,
a sample,
so calm
but
down.
I don't care.
Actually, there probably was a sample on that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Like I'm you know, it's tequila. The Mexicans got me. Cinco de Mayo was the other day.
Yeah.
You know, my bad. You know, as many Mexicans, there's a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones.
A lot of good tequila. Lots of best tequila I've ever had.
Shout out the Mexicans.
Yeah, shout out the Mexicans, man. They don't come for me, my nigga. All right, man. You know, shout out to our sponsors, man. Always sponsored by the Sound Lab in Brockton, man. That's the Sound Lab Recording Studios, 66 Skinner Street rear in Brockton, Mass, man. Come over here for all your audio recording needs, video recording needs, photography needs, whether it be vocal coaching, whether it be consultation, whether it be internships. There's a lot of different opportunities here, man. A lot of different people in the building to help you get to your goals, man. You got the likes of the producer of the year, Devo, songwriter of the year, Samba. You have Nicole De Silva, one of the top leading, photographers in here. We got my man Boogie, another top leading photographer in here, man. We got, goddamn, there's too many names. My man Jake from State Farm, he in here. You know what I mean? We got Joy Beach, she in here. We got my man Cam is in here. So many people names, man. But this is what you need to do. If you want to tap in with the Sound Lab, go to www.soundlabma.com. You go on there, you book your sessions, you reach out, somebody's going to get back to you expeditiously, man, get you looking right, get you sounding right, and get you feeling right, man. And if we can't help, we will point you in that right direction because we ain't gatekeepers. We ain't cocksuckers like a lot of niggas out here, man. So, you know what I mean? The Sound Lab is the cheat code, man. Come on. Also sponsored by my man Boston's Hair Flow at the Temple of Groom. 2 locations, Boston, Cambridge. If you're looking for a luxury haircut experience, fellas, man, and ladies, I know some of y'all be, you heard? Real good tapers, real good fades, real good, like, mummy wrap your shit. If you got some ingrowns that you need to get out, nigga, he got you, neck up only. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, if you a regular, he might bust out the McAllen 18. He might bust out the Blue Label. It's a real good time, man. I mean, like, and if you met Boston's Hair Flow, you met my man Flo, this nigga, he's one of a kind. You know what I mean? Like, he will literally. Oh, and he also has a situation. I need to say this more. For the kids, honor roll program. If your kid gets an honor roll, free haircut. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Like real
That's
shit.
fire.
You know what I mean? Flo love the kids. Come on. Boston's Hair Flow, Temple of Groom, 2 locations. Boston. Boston's in Fenway area on Calm Ave. And the Cambridge location is on Mass Ave, man. The third one coming soon in the Coolidge Corner. But shout out to my guys over there at Temple of Groom, man. Bells,
Yes.
how you feeling?
Great.
Can you speak into the mic?
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yes.
All right, you look beautiful today.
Thank you very
You
much.
look great. You put that shit on today.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. Like,
Thank you.
Where you going though?
I'm here.
All right.
Everything crisp.
Okay.
Everything
Thank
crisp.
you.
Wow.
I want to talk to my guys.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to just jump right into the ratings?
Yes, please.
All right, let's do it. All right, so this week, just like every other week, we got 2 projects that we're going to rate. The first one we're going to start off with is from somebody who I actually found out about here when I was on the panel for the testing lab. This is somebody that I immediately took a liking to. And it wasn't just because he was a good rapper. It's just his name was fire. We talking about my man, Joe Saza.
Yes, sir.
Joe Saza dropped IDDCASSIE. I think it means I don't even know where I'm at. But Mello, what was that shit you said it was called? Adequia. Yeah, that's what it was. They calling it Adequia, right?
Adequia.
Which is insane. But 11 tracks, 36 minutes. What you think?
It was a very easy listen.
Yeah.
I actually first was introduced to Joe Saza at the testing lab as well, and I like his stage presence. I like his stage presence. I like his voice, and I think he has a good pen too.
Nah, he's nice. He's nasty.
He reminds me of, or his sound, because I know we don't like to compare artists, but on the first listen, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is giving me Lupe Fiasco. It's giving me
Wow.
J. Cole. It's giving me Wale. Like that kind of.
Oh, okay.
You know?
All right, you said Wale. I was about to say, so all the light-skinned rappers.
Okay.
But you
see?
said Wale. But that's all right. It's okay. It's all right. All right.
And I wasn't even thinking about that. And Lupe not really light skinned. He in the middle. So it was kind of like a.
He lighter than me, so he
You know.
light-skinned. Anybody lighter than me is light-skinned. I don't give a fuck. It's a shade lighter than you light-skinned.
Anyway, I enjoyed the project. The production was meant to me. I thought engineering was good too. I can't say there was anything on here that I did not like. I liked Hard Times. I liked City Boys. I liked JetBlue. I love the hook on Halo Kids. The only and this is obviously an artistic choice. He made it himself, but I felt like the intro was the outro and the outro was the intro.
Okay.
You
I
know
can
what
see
I
that.
mean?
I can
But
see that.
other than that, I did enjoy it a lot.
I like that he had an intro and an outro.
Yeah.
A lot of these young niggas don't be having structure like that
Yeah.
when it comes to project, because you young niggas suck. And I think he got it. First off, the name Joe Saza. I think that's actually his name.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it made me think of The Godfather Part 3. Joey Saza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he was the guy. Well, he was a hater too. But either way, like, you know what I mean? Like, Joey Saza was he was a gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Joe Saza is not a gangster. You know what I mean? If you want to give gangster, then the meaning, because, niggas going to give gangster meaning,
Right.
whatever. You could do that, but he's a solid individual. He's a great lyricist, great performer.
Yeah.
He makes music for niggas who don't want to be hard.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't. It's like, nigga, you could really rap and not be a tough guy.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of niggas like J. Cole. I don't think he sounds like these niggas, but
No.
it's the essence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, niggas like J. Cole, niggas like Lupe, niggas like Kendrick, niggas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I can give you real bars. I can rap my face off,
Yep.
but I can also just be truthful and talk about my real life. And, kid from Boston, he's over. What was that song where he was talking about a nigga from H Block or some shit?
Oh, I knew you were talking about. I want to say it's Hoop Dreams, but I'm not
Yeah,
100%
Hoop Dreams.
sure.
It was
Okay.
Hoop Dreams. It was Hoop Dreams. I love that record.
Yeah.
I love JetBlue. I love Halo Kids. I mean, there really wasn't anything that I didn't like on here, man. There was one of the songs that the engineering could have been better, because I had just had a hard time hearing them, because the beat was knocking so hard that I was like, eh. But it was one song out of 11 that I felt that way about. So all in all, I liked it, man. I mean, like, this is like really good rap. It's good hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing. Yeah. What I like about these young rappers is that they have so much time to develop. He's so young. He's early 20s. So keep it up, my nigga. Like, if you keep going at this trajectory, nigga, it's over for niggas when you 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's only gonna be up from here. And I liked the album art too.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like it just represented him.
Yeah.
It's just some pure shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like niggas is just out here trying to get a drink of water. You know what I mean?
It wasn't doing too much. It was doing exactly what it needed to do.
I don't even know where I'm at. Where the fuck is he at in this picture? You know what I mean? So, hey, man, shout out my man Joe Saza. So, out of 5 red cups, we gave a deck wheel. I don't even know where I'm at. That's what I think it's called. IDEKWIA. Nigga stole the whole alphabet. 4.7.
Nice.
Out of 5, man. Shout out my guy, man. Shout out my guy Joe Saza, man. This is your first joint. 4.7. Nigga, you got a high like.
And this is our first rating for him.
I think this is his first project.
Oh,
ever.
wow.
Is it? Am I wrong? Am I right? Yeah.
His first full-length project?
Yeah, his first full-length project.
Yeah.
4.7. Nigga, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You know what I mean? Don't fumble the bag, my nigga. Keep at it, my nigga. Keep sharpening that pen. Keep sharpening that sword. All right, so next project, man, we got my man. You know what I mean? It's somebody we know and love, man. He's been working real hard lately, and he's teaming up with producers to curate a sound and craft the sound. We talking with my man Blue Hill Bill alongside Chef Bogey. They dropped Blue Hill Blues. This is 10 tracks, 24 minutes. What you think?
Very easy listen. And you know what's crazy? I listened to it today while waiting for our guest 4 times.
She listened to it today while waiting for our guest 4 times.
My apologies.
So,
Jesus
but
Christ.
now I'm grateful because
Wow.
Now
That says a lot.
I'm grateful because I'm able to rate it now. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
able to give,
Yeah, disclaimer,
It
Belle's
informed-
listened to all the wrong projects this week. For whatever reason, I don't know where the fuck she was at.
but I got to listen to it and I was real disappointed that I didn't hear it. So I'm glad that I got to. Now, yes, my favorite thing is the quality of Blue Hill Bill's voice.
Yeah.
Hey, and I love the ad libs. I'll never get tired of the ad libs at all. This was very him.
Yeah.
Very on brand. H&M with Kill was probably one of my favorite tracks. I love the storytelling on Shorty Fresh, and of course the ad libs. Lex Luger Flex was actually one of my favorites too.
Yeah,
it
me
was
too.
like real gritty.
Yeah.
I like the production and I like Snotty's voice. My only qualm with that song was I felt like the beat was eating them up a little bit. But other than that, Blue Hill Zings featuring Dunny was also one of my favorites. But I don't really have no complaints about this project. Like,
I mean, Chef Bogey did his motherfucking thing, man. Shout out my man Chef Bogey, man. Chef Bogey talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit, bro. Like, I love that. I love when artists collaborate with producers because it gives the producer a voice.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's not just Blue Hill Bill. It's Blue Hill Bill and Chef Bogey. So now the producer's an artist as well.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, you know, producers don't have a voice. But this is the way for them to, you know, create a product and then they could go online and talk their shit. Like Chef Bogey been talking his shit like nigga, the price is going up, nigga. You see what the fuck I've been doing, nigga. And this right here is another culmination of what he's been creating. I love this shit, man. Blue Hill Blues. I love Blue Hill Bill, man. Like, the name is great. This is fucking, like, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, yeah, Bells was talking about that one record where the engineering could have been a little bit better. But, you know, shit happens, man. You know what I mean? And all in all, I from start to finish, this is my style of music. So I gotta tell y'all, like, when I listen to this like type of music, like this grungy, cold feeling hip hop, that's what I gravitate towards. So
Yeah.
it's always gonna steal my heart every time I hear it. So I don't really got nothing left to say, man. You want to talk about the rating?
Yeah.
Out of 5 red cups, we gave my man Blue Hill Bill, Chef Bogey, Blue Hill Blues, 4.9. Out of 5 red cups, there gotta be one Solange in the elevator, man. Somebody fucked up, nigga. I was mad about the 4.9. This was a total 5 to me.
Yeah.
But you know, it's what happens when you open up the ratings to your team. Niggas let you down. So Bill, Bogey, whoop these niggas' ass. It wasn't me.
Not me. I'm just a girl.
But keep working, my niggas.
Yes,
Keep doing what y'all
sir.
do, man. For real, man. This is great. All right, my guys. Everything
Yes,
crisp.
Yeah, man.
Cali, Prince,
Wagwan.
Pastor.
Yes, sir. In the building.
What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Living, bro.
Everything crisp, bro.
Everything crisp.
Everything crisp. Let's talk about the name, man. Why is it
Yeah.
everything crisp?
Cartel say everything crisp.
Everything Chris.
Okay.
You want to talk about the origin?
World
Yeah.
boss.
I would say me and bro was chopping it up in his basement, thinking about the next moves. We started out in college, Triple Black Entertainment.
Okay.
So we was already doing parties, doing the college scene, DJing and stuff like that. We started rapping, so we just brought it all together. A few years down the line and stuff like that, me and him, it's my homie, so we stayed tight. We started working. We're like, yo, we need to come up with something new, like just fresh, bro. He's Jamaican, I'm Haitian. Back then, Cartel was out, right?
Cartel was not out at that time.
Cartel wasn't out. So
Okay. So it was like an ode to Cartel.
it was the song, and bro was just like, yo, everything crisp, and I was like, yo, that
Got it.
sounds fire, bro.
Yeah.
And then we met with bro for graphics and all that, and was like, brought him the plan, talked to him. He's like, man, that's fire, bro. Like, how can I add to it?
Yeah.
From there, it's been
That's
up
just
ever
about-
since, bro.
And so when did this start? How many years ago?
Years ago. Wow.
2000.
You know these old niggas. You talking
Yeah,
about college.
we unk status, bro.
Big bro. Big
Yeah,
bro.
you feel me? So this is 2015.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just about 10 years now.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
yeah, you feel me?
Yeah,
So
2015. I remember. Yeah, we was in my basement chopping it up, you know, vibing, and Cartel is my favorite artist.
Like most Jamaicans.
Of course, you know, but this
Yeah.
is before.
Not just
you know,
Jamaicans though. I feel like
know,
if
it
you
was-
were in the party scene and that culture.
Right,
right,
Cartel.
That's
right.
because she was in hotel. She was in fucking
was turning
basement
up.
parties.
She was lit.
Most
Daggering
Caribbeans.
and
Yeah.
She was
The
daggering.
house parties.
She was daggering.
She was daggering.
A
That
lot
was
of the-
one
That daggering
thing.
hour was real.
100
That was one thing. That was a no for me. You start daggering, leave me alone.
Niggas was jumping off the top rope.
Facts.
Walk nigga. Like,
Fact.
Legendary.
Legendary.
They don't party the same.
No,
bro.
They don't. They don't.
how's your back, Bells?
My back is perfectly fine. I don't know why. False accusations.
Accusation? What?
Yes.
We done seen some shit in
That's
the
how
party
bogus
world.
it
Seen
is.
some
Seen
shit.
plenty of girls get dropped on their neck.
Oh, God.
And then-
damn.
Bro, ambulance called.
Facts.
Ambulance called.
Bro.
Tooths popped out.
Yeah.
What?
Tooths?
Tooths. I've seen
Bro.
a chick get daggered. She
Dagger
moved her head
crazy.
against the wall. Tooth popped off.
Gone.
Elks Lodge, Cambridge.
Jesus Christ.
That's why you want to do that?
That's
Why
just
you want-
violent. That's just violent as fuck, nigga.
That's not
Those
funny.
wild days back
Those
then,
wild
bro.
days.
So tell me about like when y'all realized y'all started having an impact on the scene.
I would say in the backyard. Pause.
No,
we
that-
start. We
Why you gotta pause?
Well, man, like, hey, for the listeners,
Why for the backyard?
Why?
listen.
Anything with the word backpack pause.
You get me. You get me. You don't get it. All right.
Backtrack pause.
Right.
You got shot in the back? That's a big shot.
Batty boy, you had a box shot.
Back pay
Right.
pause.
Oh shit!
Right.
Niggas can't get shot in the
Can't
back
get through
now.
no conversation with a
Come on.
Jamaican or Caribbean person.
It's like, yo, bro, I got shot in the back. Fish.
Yo. Fire for that.
Oh my god!
It's a dangerous world, man.
It really is. It really
my
is.
God.
It ain't safe out here. Stay dangerous. That was last year's quote, right? You gotta stay dangerous. You gotta stay dangerous.
No, I think to answer your question, when we knew we had some type of impact, is when we threw our first party. We did it in the backyard, wife of the backyard, but and Callie designed a crazy flyer. We was getting contacted from all different types of people,
Yeah.
and they thought it was in a club.
That's facts.
They was
Yo,
like, wait a minute.
no cap, bro.
Yeah.
We was getting deposits for VIPs, bro. Nobody knew the location.
Nobody knew the
And
location.
there was a picnic table.
Nah,
Oh no,
It wasn't picnic tables. We rented.
We did our shit different. Hold on.
No. We,
All right, see, this
this is 10 years later. We can tell you. You know,
You know what
a
I'm saying?
lot of these promoters and these young entrepreneurs are not as innovative as we were.
Facts.
So I was privy.
worked, bro.
We were, listen.
Bro, we copped a U-Haul.
We copped a U-Haul.
We rented
First of the
couches.
month. I'm gonna let you know. Craigslist was free back in the day, right? We going on Craigslist. People give away, especially in Massachusetts. If you watching this from around the world, there's a lot of privileged people in Massachusetts. And on the first of the month, a lot of people are moving out, and they got a lot of stuff they never really use. So I needed VIPs. I know a lot of premium people like VIPs. I said, how we gonna make VIPs in the backyard? You got to stand on couches. So we went and picked up about 8 or 9 couches in a U-Haul
Wow.
and put them in the backyard.
Wow.
We
Shout
dripped
out
some
all the
like
folks
white
from
white
Newton.
sheets. White sheets on top of them. You know what I'm saying?
Clean.
So everything was clean and crisp.
Everything
You get
crisp,
everything
yeah.
crisp.
Yeah.
And this is
Something
documented, so you know. And we was really standing on couches, popping champagne. Over 100 bottles were popped that night. That's a fact.
In Hyde Park.
That's a fact.
Hyde Park.
Hyde
That's a
Park.
fact. We was taking swipies
Somebody's
then too.
backyard.
Had like
Somebody's
300,
backyard.
400 people back there.
Facts.
Shout out, shout you out who held us down. We had some good people that,
Facts.
shout out the security and
Wow.
but yeah, that was definitely a time where we got our name. And the funny part about that, you say how we got our name, we didn't establish who Everything Crisp was. You got to contact Billy.
Ask for Billy.
Who's Billy?
Billy's Billy.
Billy's
my,
Billy.
my Haitian uncle.
First point of
Billy-
contact.
So Billy
First
don't
one to
even
contact.
exist.
Ask for Billy. Ask
Ask
for
for
Billy.
Billy.
Ask for Billy was
So-
the wave.
You know what I'm saying? So for a while, that's kind of how we gained some traction with everybody. Like, yo, who is these individuals throwing these
Yeah.
parties? People are calling for VIPs, and it's like on the flyer, ask for Billy. They asking for Billy. I'm picking up, putting my Haitian accent on.
Allô?
Man, allô. Bonsoir. Oh, vous besoin VIP?
You want the VIP, man?
À l'aise, man. You know what I'm saying?
You want the VIP?
So a lot of that was, you know what I mean, ways for us to promo, ways for us to bring awareness to the brand.
Right.
And then it was also to bring everybody together. So we was getting people from different areas of the city coming, pulling up VIPs, like colleges. So to see all those people pull up and it be a backyard and we ran it like a club. Like we had bottle girls, we had
Best bottle girls, half naked,
yeah, like
with the pasties on.
you feel me,
I
bro? We
always say
had
to this day,
Titties out.
Titties
we
out.
had a whole lot of
Titties out.
different hoods. You know, you're in Boston, so
100%.
Yeah.
and we had a whole bunch of different hoods that may not have smoke with each other, but just for the fact that, you know what I mean, through each of our relationships with people, that by the grace of God, knock on wood, we never had no issues to where, you know,
To this day,
violence
amen.
or you know, people getting hurt or anything like that.
That's real.
Especially in a situation where the liability is so high on the person on us providing that type of environment.
So the vibes was more important than the violence.
Got to be.
Shout out to the city for that respect.
That's
And
real.
we had performers. You know,
Yeah, bro.
There's always different elements to a Chris event. It's never what you expect.
Yeah.
We're a collaborative, and so we know the artists. And when I say we're a collaborative, like we know people from the streets. We know people that work full-time jobs. We know people that are fathers and mothers. You know, and everyone's just looking for a good time. And you know, we're trusted people. So when you have a trusted resource like us, you know, and even put in that disguise, that was for our friends' protection. You know, ask for Billy. You know what I mean? Well, this is an unbiased person. You know, you ain't got beef with Billy.
Yep.
Billy don't exist. You know?
Right.
What Billy? Who Billy?
Niggas get
You got
mad at
beef with
Billy?
Billy?
But that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you know,
Where's Billy? Oh, he ain't
He
even
ain't
here.
even
Right
here. He ain't even here right now. Don't even worry.
Billy ain't never
Don't
working.
even worry about it.
Call the number.
So to create that environment, especially for people in our city at a young age too. Let's talk about early 20s. You know what I mean? We in our early 30s, we want to be big bros, but to do that in your young 20s right now, that was a hard thing to do.
It is.
You know, to
Still
really
is.
create a safe environment that's fun and a place that people could leave back and then talk about it.
Yeah.
That was a big accomplishment for us, and that was the moment too I knew young black men could work together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can make money together. I think even after that we counted up. You know, we counted up probably about 10 times. Pastor's like the financer of this.
Shit.
Yeah, he like counted up. So we counted up a couple of times and knew, okay, if we were gonna do this again, even the following year, it was like, you know, well, let's budget for this.
Yeah.
And that was even game planning then, and that was like business. And you don't meet even young brothers at that time that actually understand business, especially in the event world. So the fact that we identified from the first major event that we did that we could take it on, and 10 years later we still doing events, we knew it was
that's
something real.
dope. And I feel like, well, I know this to be fact, is that back then the bar was so much higher. Like it took a whole lot more than it does now to curate an event and have people really enjoy it and stay and return and talk about it.
Yes.
Now it's completely different. The dynamic is completely different when you go out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no dance crews, no
Right.
man.
It's nobody like,
Now
you
it's
know,
about being lit.
it's
Yeah.
Being cool.
completely different. And what is being lit anyway? Because now,
Facts.
and I don't really go out like that anymore. I don't be outside like that. But when I am outside, it's like, wow, people don't even dress the same.
Nope.
We was just out at a concert
We-
this
we-
weekend, and I wore sneakers because it's a concert, and people were trying to figure out what we were gonna do after. I heard Venu, and I said, "Do you see what I have on my feet?" And
Yeah.
it's like, ooh.
Choose those
Let me
words
just-
wisely.
Because you know the girls is gonna be
Nah, say what
the
you
girls is
got.
gonna be
Nowadays-
upset.
Say what you got to say.
But sneakers in any club or lounge to
It's
me
no.
is tactless.
No go.
Thank you.
Thank you. You
For
heard
women.
You.
For
For
women,
women, definitely.
I can't
Alright.
see I cannot see myself.
But you don't
Out.
use tequila as mouthwash. And I think that's what a lot of these bitches out here are doing, my nigga.
But
And,
I mean,
and hold on, no, because back in the day we was out and stuff like that and we were drinking, you hold your liquor and you hold yourself up on them heels.
Right.
You gotta have strength for both. And if
Both.
you don't, then maybe you should limit yourself.
She giving y'all game
For real.
for the ladies.
You young bitches.
It's different.
y'all
now.
got-
I want to
step
piggyback
your
on
game up.
what you stated too. Like, you know, everything, Chris, is about premium. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people that actually come from class or are accustomed to something. You know what I mean? So it's so funny to say is like, we've been lit. You know, I was
Yeah.
lit in high school. I didn't one day just turn around and say, you know, let's just start something.
Right.
Like these brothers, they humble right now. I pulled up to Monroe, aka Naga, back in the day. They was popping bottles.
Nigga said,
You know what I
Naga.
mean?
I remember
Yo.
Naga.
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 Time,
Shout
bro.
out DJ
God.
Cisco. Shout out Dana.
Shout out Cisco,
So
man.
Put me on
for real,
that.
for real.
Nah, that you bring up Naga, bro. That was
Naga was a
Hold
time.
on.
Yeah.
That was the
Bro.
time.
Speaking of that, you know Naga was crazy. When Naga ended, that was what
that's
really
Chris
sparked.
started.
Like, yo, how can we bring that vibe? How can we bring that energy
That's all.
Fact.
to the backyard? Because at the time,
And
venues
for the
is
era
not-
to really pinpoint that Naga, you know what I mean? That was Naga garage era. You know, we've
Yeah.
been outside for a long time. We never not been outside. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if you was going to garage and Naga at the same time, we're talking about that era.
yeah, it's how you can bring that
Laugh at my pain, Kevin Hart.
to the backyard.
Yeah.
that's facts, bro.
And now we're standing and just staring at each other and hoping that somebody's gonna
That
buy
is
you a
so
drink.
true.
So I
Yo,
know, all
listen,
right. So I know y'all got
Yeah,
stories for
bottle.
days,
stories.
right? Give me your wildest account
Oof.
of something that transpired at one of y'all events.
Everyone just do one. Pastor, you go first.
Pass it go first.
Okay. All right.
Everybody
man.
grab their cup. They have to take it.
So
Try not get people in trouble, man.
we are hosting a pool party out here in Brockton,
Okay,
and
that was your first mistake.
right. right.
Non-disclosed.
Right. Now the pool party. Shout out Super Lizzo's.
Okay,
We collabed and did it together,
all right.
and the way the house was set up, you have to drive. There's no parking on the street. You have to drive into the house, and you go to the back. There's like he has like a lot of land, so that's our parking lot.
Okay,
So security was interesting that day,
All right.
so to say. So that just sets the context. We were hosting a twerk contest.
of course you did.
You got to by the pool.
Yeah.
Nobody in the pool, but
Makes sense. Baby oil.
I think there was like we had,
No baby
no baby oil. No baby oil. We didn't do that.
No baby oil.
Nah.
I think we had
How
like
you gonna twerk with no baby oil?
Listen,
Come on, man.
They had the pool water. They had the pool water.
All right.
was it actually
Shea butter and coconut
Yeah,
oil.
there's people in the
So
pool.
it was still shiny.
It was still
shining.
All
popping.
right.
So
Okay, all right.
I think this is the first time when I don't know if y'all remember this, but this is when the wig throwing went viral.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
the
Yeah.
wig throwing.
Yeah.
And girl's going, she's having a good time. I guess some dude grabs the wig,
Dang.
and
Fire.
throws that shit like the Bobby Smurda hat.
Oh my god.
God, like the Bobby Smurda.
Oh my God.
That shit that we went on the tour,
And then that
bro.
shit.
That shit's still in the
it went
air
on
to this
tour.
day.
We went on tour.
And then it was pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
Hey.
Oh
Pandemonium.
my God.
Dang.
That shit went viral. Like
I would be
online.
so
That shit
I
was
would've
mad if
loved
crazy.
to
I
be
was her.
there.
And that's why your wig should be secure.
Listen,
For real.
them time, wow. The wig, that was a thing.
What a time.
wig
He
in the
only,
air.
he only told the wig story.
Wigs is different now.
I'm trying
Chicks who wear wigs now, the wigs
It's sold in.
be so intricate now. The
It's
wigs,
elevated.
the wigs become one.
They weren't fully installed.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
temporary.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, that time, the wigs was a little fickle. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
They wasn't spending that much money on it.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Shit.
Just pool wigs.
Shit was, it was
That was a
going.
good one. See, 'cause
And
that
I bet them braids underneath was crazy.
Everybody
too.
was in
Yo,
the
she
air
had
like,
to walk out with her braids.
Oh, the Meek Mills, yeah.
Bro.
The Meek Mills for sure.
Oh no, y'all better not be.
Those are
having
not
Meek
Meek Mills. I
braids
call
in
those the Harriet Tubmans.
Yeah, those
You know what I'm saying?
here.
You mean the Freeman? The Willie Freemans?
Those are the slavery braids, nigga. Those are the until you do right by me, nigga, braids. You know what I'm saying?
All my life I had to fight.
That's what's up.
Like my to fight braids is crazy.
Yo.
All right, yo, Prince, all right, what you got, man?
yours?
What you gonna top the
Yo.
week story?
Tell him about that pool party.
Yeah,
The
so
other one.
I got this.
Another
This
one.
might be a little bit of drop, but Super Wet this year is coming. So shout out
Alright.
Super Lit Zoes, shout out Lucci. We
Okay.
always collab with them.
When's that
But
happening?
July 12th.
All right,
July
July 12th.
12th.
man.
July
I'm not gonna
12th.
be
Pool
here.
party.
Bro, pool party. It's the craziest pool party y'all seen.
Every year,
If y'all
July
know
12th.
if y'all know the Haitians, y'all know we party like
Yeah.
different. But ever since everything Chris collab with Super Lit Zoes, we do it every year. So it's called Super Wet. Bro, we have like 800 people. Every year it gets crazier, bro. This year you
year.
talking about bringing a porn star.
Porn star.
Yeah, bro.
Which one?
Yo,
OnlyFans edition.
OnlyFans edition.
Only fans of this.
yeah, we gonna
I
talk.
don't know nobody only fans.
We gonna talk after this, bro. It might need you to host it, all right?
I'm with that.
Say no more. We
Say
gonna
no
lock
more.
it in.
Yeah,
I'm trying to bring the city
I'm
together.
gonna cut
and
this
make
part
sure-
out so my wife don't see this.
Yeah, she yeah, that's cool. I feel you on that.
Just wear them
But,
same shades.
Yeah, wear them
Same
say
shades.
you gotta wear the dark shades for the parties.
Yeah,
bro.
so nobody see what I'm looking at.
I don't know if I should give. Should we? Fellas, wear the dark shades, all
With the
right?
dark shades.
So
That's a plug.
our memory from Super Wet, this was last year, bro. So, nigga, you know the Haitians, they get money. We doing our thing. All I hear on the DJ booth, $100 to get in the pool naked. $200 to get in the pool naked.
Shit, I think
$300
I
to
see
get in the
that.
pool naked. $400 to get in the pool naked. I'm like, oh,
Nobody's
these niggas is
biting.
not playing. Nobody's biting. You got 600 people back here. Nobody's biting.
Yeah.
Then he said, oh, yeah? $1,000 getting in the pool naked. 2 seconds later,
Now we
2
getting
seconds.
questions at the DJ booth.
Questions.
So with the $1,000,
Bro. they like, yeah, $1,000 right here. And when I tell you this girl flung her bikini like,
Bro, it was nothing.
she jumped in the pool. She did a freaking Michael Phelps, bro.
Oh my
the
God.
female, I wouldn't even call it a bitch.
She
But
did a starfish, cuz.
Bro, she
Starfish?
went from
Starfish
one
to the
end
water.
to the other end.
Yes.
Got up, started twerking,
Twerking.
naked. The owner of the crib's like, shut the party down. Wait. You know how we rock.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
This somebody's, you know.
Yeah.
So mommy is tight that she got a naked female back here. There's 600 people in her backyard. She talking about shutting the party down. I'm like, mommy, there's too much money to be making for us to.
Nah, we ain't shutting shit down.
So basically, we went, you know, we went a little viral for that. Shout out Shorty. I don't know who she is till this day.
I
You
seen
see
that
this?
foot. I seen my man snap it.
Bro.
Yo.
My man snap
Bro.
it. I was like, yo, where you at, bro? He's like, yo, these Haitian niggas is wild. And I didn't know it was y'all shit. So that's fucking hilarious, nigga. Now you tell me it's good.
God.
Oh, shit.
It just, you know, I guess, you know, some of these events make people feel a certain way, and we all about having fun and expressing yourself. So if that's how you want to express yourself.
Look,
We all
if
for
Shorty
it.
won, you know what I mean? Show the fucking shooting for 1,000.
she got her 1,000.
She got paid.
She got her 1,000. As long as y'all kept y'all end of the bargain and gave
got
her
her
the
1,000.
bread,
Always.
I don't. Ugh.
that's on her.
She got paid more than some DJs that night.
I'm sure she got paid in other ways too. Maybe somebody was like, "Hey, I'll give you another little, you know what I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
for a little strange little piece of change." You know what I mean? Just saying. I mean, I don't know.
That's kind of wild. $1,000, huh?
Look, I don't know.
It was late.
I wasn't there.
He didn't even tell you it was another one that jumped in. She was trying to price match. She was trying to price match.
Oh,
She was trying to price match.
she said, "I'll do it for 800."
I'll do it for 8.
She ain't get
Listen,
paid.
we'll split it in half. You take 5, I take 5.
Oh, nah.
There was bargaining.
See, she should have jumped at the opportunity. You see, that's a lesson.
Be
I
the
mean,
first
gotta
one.
strike while the iron's hot.
For real, first
You know what I
one.
mean?
Right.
First person.
That's a lesson.
Know
in
your
life.
Early bird.
That's a lesson in life. So, Callie, what you got for niggas? I know this nigga gonna tell us a crazy, stupid.
Honestly, the pool parties are usually wild. You know, at everything Chris events, it's usually Chris. It's usually really, you know, real pleasant. But I'm gonna say probably the craziest moment. We had the W. The W. This
Yeah.
is post-COVID. You know, everyone was locked up for 2 years. You just came outside. We have the biggest Labor Day all-white party. I think a little under 1,000 people. If not, well, I should say over 1,000. At least 300 people could not get in. This is the grand ballroom. This is not the bar downstairs. This is the grand ballroom. We had 3 rooms upstairs at the W. Line wrapped all the way downstairs. I thought that event was so awesome until we went outside.
Yeah.
Y'all fellas, y'all remember what happened outside? So we get outside. They got the truck. You know, we did good with the promotion. We had the little truck that had the digital screens showing the video and the promotion. The let out was crazy. My man right here is the president. We call him Dip, you know, because he's very diplomatic. You know, he handles any tough situation, we send him in. You know, he's bilingual, as you just learned, right? Now, we had a duffel bag. The duffel bag had what you can suspect in the duffel bag. Now, we're looking left and we're looking right. The duffel bag drops. When the duffel bag drops, there's a lot of money that falls out the duffel bag.
Boy.
It was a woo moment. Now, we had to split up, try to make sure everything was good. You know, we're good at counting, make sure everything is good. Something tells me to go check my Instagram because, you know, I'm always on Instagram. I go on Instagram. I booked the room at the W that night. I did not get a discount. This is the fact. That means they took our money for the hall and they booked us full price for the rooms as well. Yes,
right.
no discount.
That's
They got the bag that night. I looked on Instagram and I see a group of females in my room. Now, we've been speaking about our Zoes, and I had told a couple of my Zoes, like I had a room. They say, yo, my bridging, yo, I go to the room, man. I got some goods for you. I said, cool. Can't make this shit up, I swear. So I'm looking on Instagram. I'm like, yo, this shit look like my room. There's like 8 females and 3 dudes in my room. Like, they partying in my room. I can't make this shit up.
Yo.
Dogs, I get to my room after doing the count. Now, if you've never been at the W comes with a bar.
Yes.
Now these were baddies, and baddies like to drink. They drink everything down to the Johnny Walker. I didn't know baddies drink Johnny Walker.
Wow.
First of all, this is real talk. I ain't know, like, they drink the Moet, the Henny, the Remy. They even drink what's that cheap vodka called?
What? Ian? No.
What's that cheap vodka that everyone like? Tito. They had the Tito. I'm telling you, I go out.
Tito's is good vodka.
Come on, bro.
I don't call it cheap. I call it inexpensive.
Inexpensive.
like
okay,
Tito. Yeah,
it's affordable. It's affordable.
It's good. It's good vodka. It's good vodka.
Get into the end of this
And it's
story.
made in America, nigga. Yeah, I mean,
Sponsors.
anyway.
Listen, every liquor in my room
Down
was
to the very
drinking.
last drop.
Good for you, brother.
I definitely told my Zoe friends like they had to cover that cost because I was not going to pay for that.
Oh, absolutely.
But that was what happens when you try to accommodate your friends. When you book something so lavish and you say you got a room. It's like, oh, you the big promoter. You have room. You got it.
Yeah.
They drank all the bottles for the after party, and that was probably one of the craziest moments.
What you mean? It's a problem. It's a problem.
Why you want to make fight?
Why you? Yes, sir. You know why? Why is it a problem?
You can't make this up.
Man,
God,
and just
man.
drinking
Drink
all
it all.
of somebody's liquor is kind of wild.
You know
to
the
me.
hotel liquor is different.
They charge-
your ass.
Oh,
That mini bar?
Bro ain't telling you what happened because the next day he called us like, yo, bro, who's gonna pay for this liquor bill? I said, shit.
Nigga.
I ain't invite him.
Right.
But
Nigga, I wasn't even there.
I wasn't even. But that day was crazy because when the money dropped, bro.
Did niggas like try to grab the money?
Nah, but the thing was there was something going on at the time of the money drop. So we kept it smooth where people didn't realize.
Yeah.
There's a few people that look, but you know, sometimes you gotta have the goon eye real quick. So we put the goon eye on. Like, yeah, bro, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
But at that time, I was like, yo, bro, we gotta get up out of here now, bro. Time to slide.
That's a
Time to
bullseye
slide.
on your
Right.
back right there.
So much going on, my goodness.
All
But
right.
I do want to talk about this. I've been wanting to say this, is that the girls.
Talk about the
Y'all
girls.
gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop drinking like fish, especially when it's on somebody else's dime. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the guys like to flex. Sometimes they like to trick. Sometimes they like to do whatever. But I recently saw a video, and somebody was at a club, and Bow was at the club, and he must have handed his bottle to a Bow Wow. He handed his bottle to a group of girls, right? He waiting for the bottle to.
She drank the whole shit.
The bottle back.
Yes.
And when he grabbed the bottle, he's like,
Oh God. Nasty
and you
work.
can hear him mouth, God damn. And I said, y'all really drank that man's entire bottle and had no
That's
shame.
so true.
Handed
No
it back to
shame.
him
That's
empty.
crazy.
Yo, the thing that's crazy is like, well, me, I be chilling there, so it ain't about nothing. But it's they expect that,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, granted, a guy's supposed to court you. If a guy trying to holler at you, shorties, make sure you buying you a drink and all that shit. I understand that, but you gotta reciprocate the same energy. Like
Right.
you gotta be respectful. You gotta. I'm not saying you got to,
and
but
give some pussy.
yeah, shit, my bros. Hey,
Okay.
if you want to, if you want to,
No. Don't come out the house if you don't want to give no pussy out.
something
What?
they be playing a wicked game, and I be seeing them. So me and the fellas, we
Hold
keep
on,
it
hold
cool.
on. I will say at our events,
Yeah,
No,
yo,
no. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Let me get this off. Right?
go ahead, bro.
Look,
Talk to him.
I'm a married man, right?
Yeah. That's
So
what
this don't
yeah.
apply to me.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
You see what's going on.
I hear a lot of shit from my nigga. I'm like, yo, I spent $2,000
on that bill,
I ain't get a
Get
lick
shit.
of pussy.
bro.
And I'm like, yo.
Not a
Yo,
house.
bro, can we talk? Hold on.
And I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what you did wrong. But I know if I was spending $2,000,
we gotta break
I'm
this down,
I'm
bro.
expecting the most vagina. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
on the planet,
like,
just
here you go, King.
Here you go,
Call
King.
me King, bitch.
we might have to break this down, bro, and give
sorry.
some
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
game
come on.
on
Yeah, I
like.
want to hear
I'm
it.
so
let's
sorry.
talk about
Well,
it.
don't be sorry to me. I'm
So,
not that.
I know,
So,
I know, but you know, you're a lady in your head.
I am a lady.
I don't want you to feel
We go-
disrespected.
I
But you
I
know, it's
don't.
just niggas talking. Like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Go ahead.
What we gotta do, bro? We gotta help the fellas out. We gotta help the ladies out. Cause there's some ladies that go outside, and you know, this is us talking from running the events. This is not
Facts.
Yeah.
real life situations per se, but we see what's going on.
These are
and
called
it's-
case studies.
You feel me?
These are all case studies
This
right
is
now.
Y'all
good.
fellas
I like
is
that.
coming
I like
out
that.
here.
Case studies.
And y'all tricking.
That might be the name of the
Mm-hmm.
episode. Case studies.
Y'all buying all these drinks for these shorties. The shorties getting drunk on your tab, and then she got another guy in there that she really, you know what I'm saying?
Right. She's sucking mad dick with that nigga.
But he might not even have it like that, but he in the spot.
And he mooching off that bitch.
You feel me?
Dang.
So she lit
bringing him
already. She
drinks.
lit. She in the cut.
I've seen it.
This is
Bro,
post
it's
pregame.
wicked,
I've seen
bro.
it. I've seen it.
It's a wicked
I
game,
seen
bro.
With
I
your
done
own
seen
2 eyes.
niggas get the VIPs, Ace of Spades, Don Julio, bro. And
You ever see the VIP surfers? The one that
Bro.
could jump. She know everybody.
She bro, she just trying to get her shots in.
Those be the worst ones.
So I say
Face card never declines.
there's no way to gauge it, bro. You gotta, if you ain't like that, you ain't like that, bro. If you gonna leave with the trick, she probably gonna get a couple drinks. You might even take her to Moon Villa and, you know, get her
You're a
some
good time.
grub and
You're a good time.
after that, it's a wrap, bro. She going home,
Yo,
brother.
son, my man told me a story, right? One time.
You see? You see, bro? It made yo look. Yo, bro.
Yeah.
My man he told me, he go, yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever we out with these chicks, whatever. Actually, it was after a night like this, right? A podcast night. Take these chicks to go get some food, whatever. And we all know what the late night spots is in Boston, Chinatown, whatever. These bitches get in there and order like 6 lobsters.
Yeah.
6 lobsters.
Fried.
Not whole
Damn.
lobsters. Whole lobsters.
They twin
Twins.
lobsters.
And it was 2 bitches, right? like 6 lobsters. Like, what?
6 lobsters.
And then these niggas is like, yo, y'all good? Like, and then, yo, these bitches had the audacity to say, if y'all can't pay for it, just say that.
Is this market price or green tea
now,
price?
now, let me tell you something.
Yo, that's so messed up, bro.
It don't
now,
even matter. because-
now, one of them put out that night. One of them.
One. Okay.
But the other one didn't.
50%, bro.
So it's like, you know, these 50% chances
It's
is not
wicked.
why. Niggas want to take
50-50 is
high
crazy.
percent shots. You know what I mean?
He's right.
Like what the Celtics didn't want to do.
Very
Go
good.
inside.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
High percentage shots.
That
We
is
are not
true.
here for threes all
is
day. Understand?
Niggas in the club.
That's what we-
Threes, nigga.
That's what we gonna call these
Half
bitches
courts.
from now. Threes.
Half court. Half court.
That's what we gonna call them from now on. Half courts. I like that. That's gonna
courts,
stick.
man.
These half court bitches.
Looking crazy.
Nah, that. Hey,
You gotta
brother.
heave it.
Hey, niggas be trying, bro.
They really do. Prayers.
But I will say,
yeah.
prayers. Hit them
shout
with
out to the
prayers.
females because like I say like 80% that come to our events, they book their VIPs.
That is
Yeah,
true. We
real.
got those.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Real.
but we ain't gonna do them dirty.
They kind of outshine the niggas sometimes.
Word. Real.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? I will shout out to them.
Yeah, queen behavior.
Yeah,
You
because-
know what?
They come through. And
That's
really
that's
set it
real.
off.
That's real. You
Queen
know,
behavior.
you know, this is still case studying, and we're not gonna, you know, say some of these stories are real. Some of them are a little exaggerated. But yes, women have in the last 5 years, especially post COVID, have been definitely standing on couches way more than men, and
that's
I
true.
appreciate
I've
that.
seen it.
I appreciate that a lot. You know, shout out to the single mothers. Shout out to them stunting on their baby daddies. Shout out to the women that just, you know, carefree. Their therapist said, you know what, you can. You are that girl. And you know what, we support you too. You know, we're gonna play the song just for you. Your pastor play that
Facts.
song. We got you. We take song requests. We're not like the other promoters. We take song requests. Get what I'm saying? Jatu Sabe. But
Yeah.
players. I say this to say this. Females, cause y'all got y'all bag.
Tough.
Dress. Go back to what you said. You know,
Back to the heels.
go back to the shoes. Go back to the outfits.
Be a girl.
Gentlemen
That's-
are
yeah.
actually dressing the part for clubs more often because of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you're gonna take this heave shot, you better be wearing some
Yeah.
heave shot outfit. You can't
Right.
heaving these threes in some H&Ms. You know what I mean? It's like it's gonna fall short. You know, especially a couple of these baddies that are standing in the VIP, so forth and so forth. So I would say it is. You ain't got to do much to be a female anymore, and that's what I'm really trying to say.
Yo, bro.
I really just seen. I don't know if y'all saw on Sunday. Shorty was wearing PSD underwears and a
Bro.
coat.
Nick.
Wow.
We
She
ain't
had
gonna talk
PSD
about-
underwears and a coat on.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not talking.
She had a
about it.
great time, but she
Not
decided to
talking
walk
about it.
out with her friends, and she
She
was
had-
wearing underwears and a coat on.
Where was
Chill,
this?
bro? Chill.
Where was this?
She had it.
Tell me. I need to know.
I can't even do that,
Was this
But-
at Venue?
bro.
Nah.
Chris Sundays. Shout out Chris Sundays.
Shout out Chris Sundays.
Every Sunday
Free before 11.
Come on.
is lit. But Shorty had a situation
Oh.
that transpired where she had the PSDs on, right? But the rest of the girls was lit. They was lit.
What the heck is a PSD?
It's boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Oh.
When
They're
I-
not skims though.
When I realized they was boxer briefs, I said, "Oh, you different. You ain't even just chill in the corner, bro.
Bro, this nigga Prince such a nice guy. Look at him, man. He like you. Oh, you different. No, bitch, you wildin'. That's what you doing, nigga.
In my head, I'm like, bro,
Yo.
It's the new style.
These shits was fucking blue and yellow.
Yo, they was.
I'm like, hey, you know what? And she's going crazy.
Yo, she
she's
was.
twerking from left to right.
She
I'm
was.
like, damn.
In the PSD.
In the PSDs, I'm like, yo,
PSDs.
security gonna come get you.
This is crazy.
But just chill, right?
Outrageous.
Cool. But it be things like that, bro.
You see, you need guys like Prince,
yeah,
man.
bro, we gotta keep it cool.
You
with
gonna mull it
everybody.
Yo, shout out to the Snow Bunnies who know all the cartel lyrics as well.
Really?
It's real out here.
That's not weird?
I'm taking shots out right now.
That's not weird?
It's nobody's.
That just shows that we have a real strong influence.
No. I understand.
That's weird.
He said,
That's a little weird.
That's not weird.
Where they come
I don't
from?
know if I would want to see
Chelsea
that.
Clinton is singing
Right.
Vibes Cartel.
Right.
Talking about.
I don't know if I would want to see that. I don't know if I would want to see that.
That's a little cringy.
I feel like, listen, I feel like
First
that's
night
low,
at the romping shop.
I feel like, right. I feel like that's low key racist.
Right.
At
You
the
think so?
romping
Yeah.
start, it stop.
But what if you would say like, yo, they giving acknowledgement or praise or like,
All right,
or
here's
you
the
think
thing.
that nah, they fucking
Here's
with
the
us.
thing.
They
Here's
what
fucking with
happened?
us,
Here's
bro.
the-
She only fuck with dreads.
And
Wait,
look,
I missed it. I missed the
Yo,
question.
that shit,
What's the
no,
question?
that's
What
just
was it?
racist, bro.
Here's the thing.
That's just racist.
Here's the
I went to
thing.
Say the
Framingham.
question again.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
I missed the statement.
There's white people, there's Saxons that really think that they can make reggae
Yo,
music.
You seen the white dude with dreads?
Yo, son, hold on. Let me tell
There's
you
actually
something,
a
son.
group that won a Grammy.
Yeah, fuck them niggas. Right? So let me tell you something. I'm in my office, right? Little white customer. You know what I mean?
Little white.
No white cousins,
Right? She
Yo,
had
I got a story to say.
she seen the CWTFB radio sticker behind me. What is that? It's my podcast. What do y'all cover? Mostly hip hop. You know, I usually interview rappers, get them drunk, make them rap. Cool. That sounds like a cool concept. I usually listen to mostly reggae. And I'm like, I'm naming all these reggae artists. And then I go Vibes Cartel. No, never heard of them.
Nah.
No, she ain't heard of none of them.
Nah.
And I said,
Who
okay.
you listen to?
so who
Bob
do you
Marley?
listen to?
Bob Marley.
Even?
This bitch told me about a fucking reggae band from Duxbury, Massachusetts, nigga.
Yo.
And I said,
Yo.
wait. How many of those band members are black? She said one. I was like, he has to be the lead singer, right? She's like, no, he's actually the bass.
I was just
player.
about to say that.
Playing the
Got
bass.
the nigga
You know they need some soul in it.
One drop, brethren. One drop.
I said, you know what? Honestly, I don't want to keep talking about this. She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, because that's not reggae. Yeah. She's like, how? And I was like, there's not one Jamaican in this group. She's like, no, they're from Duxbury. And I said, right, that's not reggae.
Word.
She's like, but how is it not? It's, you know, it's the vibe. And I said,
Oh, no.
I said, let me tell you something. Would you let me make reggaeton right now?
Yo.
Shout out Charlie, dog.
Can you look at me and I'm give me them diamonds, give me them diamonds, give me them my doors, give me them diamonds, give me them diamonds, give me them my doors.
Nigga just out here singing.
Who the fuck am I, bro?
A freak.
I'm a freakitona. I'm a tititona. The fuck, nigga? Nah, son.
Y'all would have been pissed.
We not letting that rock, nigga.
I can't let that slide. Hold that down.
Nah, we ain't doing that shit
funny
unless
as shit, bro.
the bitch is Kali Bud's sister. So I don't.
So let me counter that. So what do you want her to do when we're playing that in the club? She's got to learn the lyrics.
She gotta shut the fuck
Nah,
up.
she gotta shut
Just
the
dance.
Just dance.
Just show your appreciation through the
Dance and
dance.
shut the fuck up.
But she's done gone through Eric. She done Willie bounce for
Yo,
about
bro.
5 years.
That's what's up. She just dance.
She done tuck with herself.
Just dance.
She done hot walked.
Let the music play through
She
your
broke
body.
her neck. Dirty whining.
Failed.
Broke her neck. Dirty
Niggas have
whining.
vertebrae, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
When
now
they
she
do
done
it,
got to the conscious reggae. She
they rapping. They doing it like I'm
Conscious
better than
reggae.
you. Look, I know
Nah,
the
word.
lyrics.
She said
Yeah,
better than
right,
you.
right.
She said free jock
When you get
here.
in the middle of the dance floor, I'm
Like you don't
better
even
than
know
you.
the origins of this shit.
It's like, bitch, go back to Marblehead. Shut
Yeah,
the
fuck
fuck
out
up.
here.
I
Talk
want to hear that
Duxbury.
shit.
Yo.
Duxbury ass.
Yo, bro,
Oh.
I ran into some shit like that today, bro. Long story short, this why I'm late, but my car.
That's why I'm late. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. The truth.
Yo, bro, let me tell you. So I'm coming from basketball practice. I coach AAU and shit. So my car conks out. So I'm like, shit. Call up AAA, whatever. They about to tow me and shit. Bro, I'm getting towed. Next thing I know, I don't know what he is. I think he was Haitian. He might have been Jamaican, but his accent was tough. He's mad at the tow truck driver for blocking his driveway. So he comes out, what the fuck, man? Move this shit. So he yelling at the tow truck driver. The tow truck driver like, yo, bro, I'm trying to help this nigga. Like, not nigga, but I'm trying to help this man. Like, chill. He's like, no, man, fuck this shit. You need to move the car. Why you don't put it from the back? All this extra shit. So I'm like,
Why for the back?
Yeah, why for the back? Pause.
Pause.
Fire for that.
Fire. So then, after this, bro, the man's come around the corner. So I'm hot, bro. My car's fucked up, all this shit. I'm like, I got an interview in 10 minutes. Like, bro, I'm hot. He's like, no, why you don't move the car? So I'm like, yo, I'm about to pack this old nigga up, bro. Like, I'm hot, bro. So he's rashing the white dude. So I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta chill, man. Like, let him do his job. He trying to help me. And then after he see me getting a little, agitated, he goes, no, man, you and me, we the same. So I'm like, all right, I hate this nigga. We the same, bro. He's like, we the same. He said, "You see him? Fuck him."
Oh my
The man's underneath my car, bro, working on the shit.
right,
So I'm
right.
like, yo, chill, bro. Not fuck him, but I feel you. He said, every time you see the white man, you give him a hard time. Fuck that. So then I'm like, damn, yo, he's right, bro.
I feel him.
I'm about to pack him up because I'm like, yo, bro, you fucking up my shit, bro. My car's fucked up. You rashing, like, talking about your driveway. I don't give a fuck about your driveway, nigga. My car's fucked up. But then he was like, nah, man, give a white man a hard time. And I said, damn, he's right, bro. Like, I should give this nigga a hard time because he's taking too long.
What you do? Go over there and kick
After
that
this,
nigga?
I was like,
From under my car, nigga.
yo, so after, I'm like, yo, man, come on, bro. What's taking so long, bro? He's like, well, if I drag your car, it's going to break the transmission. So then I'm like, all right, bro. You know what you got to do? I'm sorry for blocking your driveway, old man. But let this nigga work, bro, because we pressing him and he about to fuck my car up, talking about transmission and all this extra shit. But it was crazy because I was like, bro, the racism is real because the black nigga, the old head is like, fuck this white dude. And then when the white dude comes up, he's like, man, he's a fucking asshole. What the fuck? And I was about to beat the old dude up because I'm like, yo, you fucking with my shit. But then I'm like, yo, I feel you because it is fuck this nigga. Like, we the same. So I'm like, damn, bro. So I just kept telling him
conflicted,
sorry, bro, because I was going to fuck him up, bro, because he was getting me tight. Like,
Conflicted,
I was
man.
like, yo, bro, I'm sorry for saying fuck you, bro. Like,
That's a tough situation.
bro,
Tough
so the
situation.
racism is real, bro. Gotta just come together, man.
All right, so what y'all got going on right now, man? Y'all got Venu on Sundays, right?
Yep.
And what's the event called?
Chris Sundays.
Crisp Sundays, right? I like that, man. And y'all doing that every Sunday for the whole summer?
That's every Sunday for the
With
whole summer,
asterisks and continuation.
Okay.
Everything
leaving,
we're doing
new
right
home.
now, bro, we just trying to bring the city together, bring the vibes together, and make sure people have fun again.
Facts.
Word.
I know for us, it's
Make
always
nightlife fun again.
you feel me?
Yeah.
Like everything
You got
has like what we. Some people may do this shit for the money. Some people may do this shit for the fun, the girls, all that extra shit. For us, it's always been about brotherhood and bringing the business to the next level
Right.
and connecting with different people. Like you may remember us giving you an award.
I was gonna mention.
Did we
that.
ever meet you before that?
No.
We see what people are doing in the city and we see
Right.
an impact. And
Real
for
shit.
us, it's like, bro, I don't need to know you to see what you're doing. The city's small enough, bro. I could make that connection and give you your flowers without knowing you directly.
Right,
You feel
right,
me?
right.
If I don't know you, he gonna know somebody that's close to you, or he gonna know somebody that's close to you.
Right.
And the only way for us to keep building this city is us working together, bro.
Yeah.
Word.
So for us, it was like, yo, we got this dope event. We doing this. Let's acknowledge people that's doing dope shit
Yeah.
too.
Nah, that was fire.
Facts.
You
That
feel
was
me,
fire.
bro?
That
So
was, that was what, 2022?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it?
That was the W.
yeah, definitely. No,
that
that
was
was
on
after
Revere.
the W was our first
Oceanside.
award. We
Oceanside, yeah.
blessed,
Oceanside, the following
That was
year.
like,
you know what I mean? So it was,
Wonderland.
yeah,
Wonderland.
Oceanside.
Yeah,
That one
So-
Yeah,
was-
well,
yeah.
yeah, whatever.
for us, it was always like,
Yeah.
I would say that's kind of our thing. Even us building the Billy shit was us just being humble and not like. I feel this is me, and I'm speaking for myself, but I feel like in the city, a lot of people try to be like, "Yo, this is me," or "This is what I'm doing," and try to like go ham with something, and it's like, bro, that's cool and all, but what you really doing? Is you
Yeah.
really moving? What you really affecting? What's your real impact?
Right.
So for us, it's like we not about to lead with the name or be with the accolades and say we do this or we do that. Like the proof is in the pudding. What you do is what you do. Let the people acknowledge you.
Facts.
Let the people say, yo, that's a respectable young man, or those are a respectable group of individuals. They do good business. And that's going to carry your name further than
Longevity.
me
Amen.
just
Amen.
posting on Instagram like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm that nigga, I'm that, whatever. So for us, it was like, yo, let's be humble. Let's collab with whoever's doing hot stuff in the city and just keep networking. And
Yeah,
keep
real,
building.
real organic.
I think, sorry, Callie, cut you off. From the inception, like our whole idea was more so like, even like what you guys are doing, you giving people ratings, you rating people, you pushing the culture, you highlighting people.
Right.
So a big thing of me being a DJ and working with other artists and things like that was to give artists a platform. Because remember, at this time, back then, Boston wasn't as receptive to upcoming artists trying to push their music at all. Like, you try to play.
Nigga, I was
somebody's
rapping
joint,
back then.
We was rapping, bro.
Yeah,
you feel me?
was rapping.
Right.
For us, it was more so like, let's bridge that gap. Let's give some people a crowd to perform in front of.
Right.
So we incorporated our events to where we have, you know, the Prince moves. He was on our first party.
Fire.
You feel
Lord
me? We
Jude.
Shout out
had
Prince
Lord
Moves.
Jude.
Who else we
Shout out
had?
Lord Jude.
Let's put that 6.
I literally was gonna piggyback, you know, what
me?
you just stated, because, you know, that where Boston nightlife and Boston industry and the music, we align.
Yeah.
The city's
Facts.
not that big, and ironically, when we reached out to Charlie, you know, this podcast caters to music. You
Right.
know, and we're responsible as promoters to make sure we're playing the music that people could relate.
Yeah.
You know, even going back to Trevor Holmes, we're going back
Right.
to
Shout out Trevor. Big
Sean
Trev.
Hines. We're going back to Sean Hines. We're going back to
Sean
Millie's.
Hines, yeah,
We're going to
Millie's.
Joyner Lucas,
Yep.
Cousin Stiz,
Yep.
Yeah.
Vintage Lee.
Yep.
Who else am I missing right now?
G.O.D.
G.O.D.
All of them.
Late
Shout out
great
Radar.
replay.
Radar.
Late great
my,
replay.
my boy Winner, you know,
Right. Hefe
Grimy
Replay.
Gert.
Yeah.
You know, there are artists that have worked hard to move the needle, open
Yeah.
doors for the artists that are still being rated on this platform to say, hey, thank you, Cousin Stiz, thank you, Vintage Lee, thank you, Bia, thank you, Joyner Lucas. Thank you, Sam Adams. You know, thank you for
nigga suck.
you know, anyone that's opening these doors. You know, anyone that's opening these doors. We work. No, it's easy for me to shout out these people. I worked with all these artists. You know what I mean?
Cali the man.
I don't work with all of these artists. Shout out to my one of my proteges, Deandra Turner. She's a graphic designer. Every the graphic design you've seen for Millie, she has designed. So now we have female graphic designers where we want to give them a platform to let them know that this is the equitable creativity. You know, you may see a white man from Cambridge rapping, but he is completely backed by the community.
Yeah.
You know, for many reasons.
Yeah.
For many reasons. Not only because he's talented, not only because he's able to open more opportunities for other people around him, but it's bigger than in race. It's an industry. So if I'm gonna go back and say, you know, we're throwing parties every weekend, what music are you listening to in the party? We playing the hits, you know what I mean? For bro to have a record with Millie's, I mean with Meek Mill to have a record with Al Bial, you know what I mean? These is records we playing in the club that's getting forwards, you know what I mean? And these are the same things that I encourage the artists that come to me as a promoter and say, yo, I want my song played in the club. Psh,
That's
you know?
that's the thing with the artists. I used to be an artist as well, but you know, changed my life, jumped into finances and things like that. But we was putting on, we did showcases for artists, a bunch of artists that bro named, definitely like came through the Chris channel and that we worked with. So it's like we big you guys up because y'all support those artists.
Absolutely.
I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think the city needs, or like the next artist needs to, like, I know we got Millie's, we got Bia, we have Joyner, Last Days. We have like these big artists. I feel like a lot of those artists are definitely seasoned and like put in a lot of work and stuff like that. But what do we need for like a younger artist to blow? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, for the younger artists, I think the younger artists have it easier than all these guys that you just named because of where we are now, like
Facts.
with how things go viral, and internet culture, all the different social media platforms that we have now. TikTok be making niggas lit overnight like this, nigga. You know what I mean? You know, but what I'll say about Boston is Boston needs to create an identity.
We've been saying that for a minute, bro, but it's like,
but here's the thing, right? So all the greats that I thought were going to be that guy, they
Faded.
ended up either getting shot, going to jail, getting killed, whatever. Moolah Mitch, right? I don't know if y'all ever heard of Moolah
Yeah.
Mitch.
Heard the name.
Yeah.
Moolah Mitch had one of the most profound sounds that I've ever heard. And I think this is the first time I've ever like talked about this on the pod, but we did a cypher at La Trappe Couture a few years back. I think this was 2021. Moolah Mitch got shot right after that shit ended. Like right up the street. And I ain't had nothing to do with that shit, but in a way I feel responsible because of how we promoted it. We put all these different niggas' names on this flyer from all these niggas from different hoods, all this shit. You know, we had conversations with every single person that was gonna be there, and we're like, look, I get that your niggas might not like this nigga or whatever, but we gonna keep it cool. And out of respect for us,
And for
I would
this
hope-
business.
I would hope
Facts.
that you would keep your niggas in line and
Right.
uphold this respect that we have for each other,
Right.
which they did as far as the actual event,
Right.
because
After that, it's up, bro.
you know what I mean. But we see, River Street, High Park,
Bro.
like that day was insane. Like La Trappe was so packed that the AC stopped working because there was so many people in the building.
Yeah.
Like the AC unit went out. Like it was like, nah, we can't. Like this shit couldn't support it. All the body heat in there was insane.
Facts.
We had Papa Dawn on the ones and tunes.
Shout
on the
out
ones
Papa
and twos.
Dawn.
Yeah, shout out my man Pat.
That's like an official Chris DJ right there.
That's a quick
Bro.
plug. That's my cousin.
Shout out
You
my
don't
man
even know.
Pat, man.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to Dog.
And Zip was supposed to be there, but he ended up getting like some kidney stones or some shit like that.
Damn.
Right? He's in the hospital. I think Mitch. I don't even think Mitch was even like. I think Mitch replaced him or some shit. I don't even think Mitch was supposed to be there. But Moolah Mitch had some of the, like, when I heard him rap for the first time, I was like, this is the Boston sound right here.
Right.
I was like, this right here is the Boston sound. And I need more niggas to get behind
Yeah.
this sound. And then niggas took that from him, bro. Like, right. I heard my man still ain't right. You know what I mean?
Yo, bro.
You know, after that shit.
Damn.
He's still alive, so
Shout out
Okay,
to
okay.
shout
glory
out
to
to
God for that. But
the shit that's wicked, bro, is that, and it's something, you know what I mean? Like, we know people in the streets, we get money in wherever you get money from, or your connections, your family, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna deal with people from all walks of life. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
yeah.
So, one, we understand it. Two, it's tough to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, at the end of the day, we're all human. So it's
Yeah.
like, you guys, I wouldn't even say you guys because I don't want to categorize anybody, but a lot of people from the city, it's like you're stunting your own growth, bro, because of what's stopping you. Whether that be beef or the next person, or
well, here's
if-
the thing. I mean, like, look, and I understand what you're saying. Everybody lives their life, my nigga. And I'm not going to pass judgment on nobody for choosing how to, you know what I mean, live their life. But understand that when you're moving into an industry like this, music, you can't do both.
You can't, bro.
You gotta go
can't,
all the
bro.
way.
Yeah, you can't do both, my nigga.
Can't.
Like, it's just, and
There
that's,
are solutions. You know, I was an A&R for a long time. You know, as you were speaking, I you know, sometimes I forget about artists that have really made a living. You know, just doing music the way it's supposed to be done in terms of like the business,
Right.
and that means writing. So before I even shout out any names, like if you're listening and watching this podcast, like you need to have a writer's license. You know, so you need to have ASCAP or BMI. You
Absolutely.
can do that on your own. You know,
Absolutely.
I have a publishing. I get paid off of many albums that I've been dropping behind the
Talk to
scenes for years. So it's hard for artists to even come, you know, walk up to us as a promoter and just think it's that easy to get on, and you don't even have distribution. You're not on no DSP platform. No one's seeing you. You're not on YouTube. And to say you can actually still love what you do and not do it in vain and know that you're a songwriter.
Right.
So shout out Rosewood Babe. Shout out
shout out my guy.
These are people that sometimes we forget about, but you got legends like Ed OG, you know what I mean? You got artists that been here. You got artists like Mad Spike Miles, you know what I mean?
Mad Spike Miles.
You know what I mean? Like, you think about artists that really have creaked that door before it was pushed open with artists like Cousin Stiz, Bia, and then Jordan Lucas as of late. And now, as of late, with Millie's, for me, even being a promoter or a nightlife event planner right now, the industry is more lit than it's ever been.
It's facts, bro. They letting it, bro.
Anyway.
Sorry to cut you off, bro.
Go ahead.
They letting us turn up.
Amen.
They letting us turn up, bro. They understanding the culture. They want to be a part of the culture. So right now, it's on us to open those doors and keep those doors open
and not mess it up.
Not fuck it up, bro.
But that's what I mean. Like it comes down to
nigga shit.
Niggas getting just niggas getting serious about their craft.
Right.
Like
that part.
Let's not play with something that could literally change your life and the lives of the people around you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I feel y'all 100%, man. So I can't tell you exactly what Boston needs, because if I knew what the fuck Boston needs, I would have done this shit when I was rapping.
I hear that. I hear that.
I can't tell you, but what I will say is something's got to change, my nigga. And what Millie's is doing is giving motherfuckers hope that the common nigga from Boston, Cambridge, wherever in Mass can actually make an imprint on this industry, right? Because ironically, he's white and he's from the Boston area, right?
Facts.
So when people think of Boston, they think of white,
Right.
and motherfuckers who look like him. But he doesn't fit the bill of the average Bostonian.
Yeah.
You look at Millie's and you're like, Peyton Pritchard looked like he from South Boston more than Millie's do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. So
Nah, it's different, bro.
it's opening doors, and what Millie's is doing is he's pulling people up with him.
Yeah. Fact.
Look at what he's
major.
doing with 8-Zip.
8-Zip.
You know what I mean?
Everybody he's
Reem
collabing with.
Scully.
Even Reem Scully. When Y Jizzle was out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like things of that nature.
Facts.
So Millie's is doing the right things.
Facts.
We just need motherfuckers who he's pulling up to
Do
do
that.
Yeah.
to do their due
We need the
diligence.
equal. We need the equal.
Yeah, and then do the same thing.
Consistency.
Right.
But you know what's
And I think Zip is probably the next one to do it.
Yeah.
I hear that,
me?
bro. The next problem, bro, is them fucking proving that shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's stepping up to the plate and
I think Zip's
actually
the next one to
moving.
do it. I believe in Zip. Another one who goes under the radar a lot of the times, my man 100 Round Kato.
Yeah.
Yo, Zo shit.
100 Round Kato is incredible. Not only is he a good rapper, he's a good businessman. And I think with artists, you have to think outside the box. It's not just about music. You have to understand how you can make money in any facet of the industry, right? So if you can do that, you're going to be golden. Yeah, so Boston's going to need, Boston's going to need what the fuck Boston needs, my nigga.
Facts.
Like I said, right? Yeah, but
Yo,
either way.
Another thing, bro. I don't know if it's like this for you, but for me, I was making music as well, and it was like, bro, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is I wouldn't say a shot in the dark, but I think a lot of us are not fully invested or have life figured out, where it's like you can do both, where it's like you be straight financially as well as invest into your music.
Right.
So it's like you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You're trying to figure out life as well as figure out this music shit.
Right.
A lot of the instances that I've heard of people blowing up or like making their music, these motherfuckers is sleeping in their car. These motherfuckers is fucking driving 36 hours to meet with this executive, and
Right.
these motherfuckers is in the studio singing by themselves.
Literally giving they all, they last dime.
Yo,
to this
listen.
shit.
So
Listen.
until some And for me, you know what I mean? 100%. You gotta live your life. You gotta figure shit out.
Right.
And for me, I couldn't continue to put money into something that wasn't bringing me money back.
Right.
So for me, I built things like Soundbite, where we was having artists come out and perform.
Right.
10 artists perform. You get a bag of like $250. You get some studio time.
And you get a crowd.
And you get a crowd.
Crown and
you
album
know.
cover.
So I was doing that, building my artistry and building that, like, okay, I want to build with Boston artists. So what I started realizing was like, nigga, I'm making money off of this event. What the? Not like to be like that, but I don't need to really rap.
Right.
Yeah.
I got all my peers who's rapping, and they're competing against each other. And yes, this is to push, excuse me, to push the brand and push everybody forward. But if I think more of a business mind, I'm making more money than I'm investing.
Well, here's the thing too. I think business versus passion is the argument
tough.
here, right?
It's not in everybody yet.
Right. So, you know what I mean? You got, for me, it was a money thing too, like with music. Like, and it also was like, I realized I don't want it bad enough.
Facts.
I just had to be real with myself. I don't want it bad enough. Like, it would be great for somebody to just discover me and be like, this nigga's nice. Let's go.
Yeah.
But that's not how shit works.
What's the odds?
You need a team.
Yeah.
You know, we started in 2015. We have a bigger group, like a support system. It takes a village and a lot of things. And
Yes, sir.
and I say, what you just stated right now, Prince, is what this could be even a segment right now for artists, entrepreneurs, on why networking is so important, why we're here on this platform, because we're opening opportunities. Most people think a party is just a party. You know, this is an opportunity to network. We drove all the way to Tech. I drove all the way. They flew. You know what I'm saying?
We was on that
R.I.P.
plane.
Hefe Replay. You know what I mean?
R.I.P. my God.
Big
You know what I
R.I.P.
mean? I drove Hefe Replay down to South by Southwest. You know what I mean? And
On a dream.
You know, on a dream. You know what I mean? And at that time, my brothers here were thriving DJs, thriving artists, and party promoters, and still connecting with people out of state. The baby was just now coming out.
The baby was in a
yeah.
diaper,
In
bro.
a diaper walking
He
down
walking
6th
by
Street.
this nigga. And the
You know what I
crazy
mean? That
part,
was his gimmick.
I'm so tapped in onto some artist shit. I see the nigga. And I'm like, yo, bro, this the nigga I've been seeing on World Star, bro. Nigga walking around in the diaper. And nigga's like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, bro, this nigga's wild, bro. Don't try this nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
nigga's wild, bro. Like, I seen the World Star shit,
real.
don't
Yeah.
fuck with him.
For real.
And they was like, nah,
We're in
nigga,
a
he's in a diaper.
full-grown
What kind of
diaper.
whatever shit he's on? I'm like, nah, bro, this nigga promoting his shit. His name is Baby Jesus.
Yep.
And then I'm like,
Yep.
and then to me, at that point, I said, yo, you know what? I ain't ready to be in no diaper trying to get on,
Yeah.
my nigga.
Right.
That's the shock value.
I ain't,
Shock
yo,
value.
you feel me, bro? Like, bro, that I
Facts.
can't do that, bro.
Facts.
I got my niggas with me. I'm in a like whatever, you know. And look, the shit worked out for the nigga.
It worked
The
out
nigga
really
got
well.
millions.
Really
He's
well.
lit.
Really well.
But for
from
me-
North Carolina.
Nigga shot somebody, lost
Bro.
his father, and
brother.
signed a deal all in 1 year.
Yeah.
You can't tell me
That
nothing,
nigga's legendary, nigga.
bro. Shout out the
Shout out
baby,
to the
bro.
baby.
We definitely seen that year.
When I
man.
seen
Seen
that
that
nigga,
live.
This
Seen that
motherfucker's in a
live.
diaper. Like,
In a diaper,
damn,
bro.
Is that bad?
I didn't understand it at first,
That nigga's
but
legendary.
I did because I seen the World Star shit, and I was like, yo, bro, he been doing this shit, and I was like, oh, that's promo. But I was like, me, nigga, nah, nigga.
All right, so I want to switch gears real quick
Go ahead.
because we've been talking a lot. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and I want to get your perspectives on what the fuck's going on.
Yes, sir.
First things first, we gotta talk about the diddler.
The diddler.
I like to call him Puff. I don't want to call him Puff Daddy no more because
Nah, he's done.
the daddy is gone.
Finished.
You know what I mean,
His name's Love.
his name.
Nah, bro. You can't.
His name is Sean.
Sean. Yeah, you gotta call that nigga Sean after all that wickedness.
Sean.
We gonna call him what his mother called him, and that's Sean. Have y'all been following the case?
Only on Shade Room. I don't even follow it like that, bro.
I catch little glimpses here and there.
We was on a group.
I'm a
FaceTime.
reader. I'm reading the case. The case doc is. I'm reading
Yeah.
All right.
the X.
Yeah.
Bro. That man was.
All right.
Yeah, nah.
was a lot.
I don't even want.
Time is money. He already got it.
So let's talk about
The diddler.
the freak offs.
Yeah.
So there's a part of the, you know what I mean, the trial where they start talking about Cassie. Cassie is the star witness,
Yeah.
right? For everybody who doesn't understand, Cassie's the star witness. She said that Puff wanted to like watch her get fucked by male escorts, right?
Wicked business.
Freaky business.
Have these niggas nut on her and then go put the nut on his nipple.
That shit took that was the
Fire, though.
yo. You gotta drop a fire for
Diabolical,
that.
dog.
Why for that?
Bells, why your face?
Yo, Bell, I know exactly what that face is. Unimaginable. You know, there's things that you could never think of.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
the
was-
thing you just never fucking think of. Like, I'm not
So
unimaginable.
So Puff is like a whole. He's a whole cuck nigga. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
big
he's
time.
He's a cuck fuck.
Oh
All right.
my God.
What? I don't even know if
It's
that's
like,
a
bro,
word.
you got to like,
I
bro,
don't either.
what you on, bro? Like,
He wanted to watch other men fuck his bitch
fire.
while he sits in the corner and beats off,
Talk about watch out.
talking about take that, take that, take that.
Is she pregnant right now?
She is.
She's pregnant right
and
now.
I think, you know, shout out D-Mal, man. D-Mal had made, he went streaming the other day. Shout out BNF podcast. He said, he's like, to the jury, you got a pregnant woman on the stand talking about all these traumatic experiences.
Yeah.
You're done.
Facts.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It don't matter what she say.
Crazy.
Yeah.
She could have recited the fucking alphabet. And niggas was like, throw him in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
Even if you try to justify it like she was with it, that doesn't mean that the crime wasn't committed.
Yeah.
So here's
And
that
then-
they tried to do that too.
But what?
That's what the defense did.
Oh, for
right?
real?
They had some text messages with
They did.
with her saying
Consensual.
Yeah, she was
saying hold on, I found it. Hold
She's
on.
a little wild too, bro.
Listen.
She-
nah,
But
But still.
you have to understand that she was very young when she got with Diddy and he
I
started.
get that. And so are these young girls that are walling right now as well.
In truth, yes, but I feel like with this situation, it's a grooming
all
situation.
right.
She
All
had
right. So
it
think about it
in-
like this. Think about it like this. Grooming, I agree with her.
Yeah,
Manipulation, I agree
definitely,
with her. Right?
definitely. Especially with the career and
Coercion, I agree with her. Like you said with the career, she thought something was gonna happen with the album. It never happened, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's just like when you at work and your boss says like, "Look, I need you to do this," and you're like, "Sure thing, bro."
Got it.
But in the back of your mind, like, I should shoot this nigga in his face right now. right?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
so.
But nah,
There was text
Daddy.
messages
No. Check it.
where she
Let
goes,
bro
she
finish, let bro
texts,
finish.
"I'm always ready to freak off.
Exactly.
Keep going.
I feel like I want to fuck. I can't wait for you to dick tease my pussy raw."
she's wildin'.
Okay, no, but is she? Or is she just doing what she
What-
feels needs to be done?
Right.
To keep
Right.
this
Yeah,
position.
yeah, yeah.
But
See
then
what I'm
that brings
saying?
in the big
to
conversation.
sustain with that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Now, I you know, it's so crazy. You know, my brain tries to like eradicate these type of things out of my life
Yeah, like, you know
because there's
what I
too
mean?
much going on.
Yeah.
And I did come across something that I think could be the case. You know, behind everything. You know, for a woman, any woman. You know, you're dealing with a man that had you doing all type of extra things, and you know, and that was a lifestyle. And there's a phrase in America, you know, what happens in closed doors stays behind closed doors. So that was your private home. That could have been what's going on.
She was getting crazy.
Listen, hear me out. What happened really? Who he get with afterwards? Who did Diddler get with after?
After Cassie,
But what's her name? Young Miami.
Young Miami.
She wild.
How
too.
does any female feel when you see your old nigga giving everything he promised you to the new chick?
Nah, bro.
When you see me leveling up, and now my name is Love.
that's
my
it,
name
yeah.
is Love.
No
I'm
wonder
no longer
why,
this
bro.
monster, or I'm not ratchet. I'm calming down. I'm giving niggas back their masters.
Bro.
I'm giving niggas back their money.
Nah,
Well.
To
And
an
that-
extent, yes.
There's multiple levels.
There's
to this.
multiple levels to
This
this.
is so multi-layered, bro.
It
Because
really is.
I feel like, all right. So this is
This
what
Diddy
happened.
shit wicked,
What
bro.
did Puff do? He went after Diageo.
Pause though.
That-
But hear what I'm
That's the
saying,
liquor
though.
joint, right?
Yeah.
Where would this case be if Cassie had not had that that settlement? Would we even be hearing about Sean Combs right
Bro.
now?
No, that's not. This is not. Look,
I-
this is not where it went wrong because the Cassie shit was a civil case. It wasn't a
Word,
criminal
word.
For
case.
30 mil.
But still, that was about nothing, bro. Nigga,
A
Diddy
civil
got
case is a civil
crazy
case,
bread.
bro. A civil. He actually gave her 20, but
Yeah,
whatever. He's like, whatever, bitch. He's like, whatever, bitch.
He's like,
Take
bitch,
this
what?
Take this 20 and shut the
24
fuck up.
hours, nigga.
Within 24.
Yeah.
Take this 20, bro.
But-
Shut up.
But that was also a civil case. It was not
Very
a,
much so.
a criminal case.
Right.
The criminal case came from,
I feel like bro's right.
in my opinion,
Yeah,
is when you go after a huge corporation,
yeah,
You know
they
pulling
gonna
them
start
strings.
digging into your life.
Yeah.
yeah,
They gonna start calling the Cassies of your life.
yeah.
Right.
They gonna start calling every
Yeah, yeah.
Known
motherfucking
associates.
I
Very
feel
much
like
so.
they already knew.
Right.
They was aiding in the not aiding in the betting,
They
but
been
they already knew how he
Listen.
moved.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was
so
a
there was like, oh,
perfect-
there was
You
like,
needed a star
you wanna
witness.
play that
they're like,
card?
Sean,
You needed a star witness.
really wanna go that route.
You needed
like,
a star
Sean,
witness.
Sean, you gonna do this to me?
You gonna do this to me? Exactly,
Right,
bro.
right.
Exactly.
Mr. Ciroc,
And
you
then
gonna
he
do
was-
this to me?
Right.
The
Yeah.
niggas who made Ciroc?
Right.
Right.
You shitting me?
Right.
We gave you a whole opportunity,
And
and
it
now
fucked
you
up your
mad
whole
because
life.
you felt like you wasn't
Yeah.
getting the greatest bag out
Of course.
I
of
feel like he
course.
gonna beat this shit,
It's
bro.
almost like the blueprint.
He ain't gonna do. Well, he in jail right now, but he gonna beat the shit, and niggas ain't gonna fuck with him because they done revealed all the
I don't
wicked
think-
business
I
bro
don't-
been doing.
What we realized too is, you know,
Wicked.
you know, you got to be cautious with your words, right? no, for real. But
Fucked
only
up,
you know
bro.
how I treat the people that I respect is, you know, I judge people on their morality. So you know, I'm really judging this woman right now, this mother. You know, just based on morality, you sustain this for so long. There might have been, you know, coercion. There might have been, you know, manipulation. But for so long, you know, that makes me question. And I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. We've hinted earlier today case studies. But in these type of case studies, it's like I'm judging your morality over everything. You still showed up. You had free will. The same way you had free will today.
Okay,
You
yeah.
took the 20 mil right now,
I
and you
get
still.
that.
But look, you see how you're saying no? She's in court telling the story right now with the embarrassment. What's the difference
Well, no.
between now and
Nah,
then?
you
then?
can't, don't.
It's
do,
not
the
even
20 mil.
about
No.
embarrassment. It's
Women
a
rights,
lot
brother.
deeper than just like, you know, 20 million was never going to. It's like a Band-Aid on an
Right.
open wound
It
that
was never
needed a
gonna-
whole
it-
lot
it
more.
wasn't gonna heal nothing.
For
wasn't,
years,
no.
though, you have to understand. For years, for over a decade, I want to say she was dating this man and was
Almost a
enduring and was like, not even so drugged up that you're not actually present in your right mind
That's
because
a
you
fact.
can't possibly
That's a
be
fact.
to do all of
Yeah.
that. And for people, and I've heard women too saying like, well, why did she stay? It's a lot that goes into when somebody is being abused and you've been manipulated and you've been conditioned to get into this routine of this is what my life is, this is what I'm going to do, this is the person that is providing for me, I don't have nowhere to go, I don't have my family because she's probably been
Yeah,
isolated
that's
from
true.
everything and
That's
everyone
true.
that she knows. So it's hard to say, how did you stay there so long and didn't leave, and
That
what
shit-
about that 20 million that you took, because you have to look at the core of the thing.
Facts.
And so her opening up and telling and saying everything, you
I
have
only
no
bring up
idea
the
how
money
heavy
because
it's been.
my question, even so now that she's in court, what was your expectation? Was this
Bro.
now, like when you're seeking now therapy, was this now
Mm-hmm.
relief off of your shoulders? Or because I'm a black man, and I'm just going to say as a black man, I don't condone nothing that brother did,
Yeah.
right? But now for another man to tell a woman, oh yeah, you should go get right. It took you for now to be dealing with your now child's father.
Mm-hmm.
For you to now make this decision, that is the correlation that's so tough for me, and
Yeah.
that's the same baby father that walked out on you.
Wait,
in the
wait,
courtroom
wait.
as well.
No,
Hold
they
on.
told
Wait,
her.
wait.
I gotta
Yeah. So-
ask, right?
What you say, best?
Who's the real victim in this whole situation?
Oh my
Yo,
God,
Pat,
Yo,
shut
don't-
up.
that's crazy.
Yo, you get
Hold
this
on,
is-
wait.
that's
Who
crazy.
the real victim in this situation?
All of them.
Now,
All
if
of
you're the husband,
Yeah,
if
that
you're the
be-
husband,
yeah, that's- the
do you
husband's
think the
fucked up.
husband knows all of these?
Nah,
details?
bro,
He
he's
didn't.
fucked
Oh,
up,
of
Yeah.
bro.
course he does.
I
He's
like
fucked
that.
up.
I like that question.
He's fucked
Who's
up.
the
I like
real
that.
victim?
That
Who's
was
the real
good. That was
victim?
good.
There's no-
Because he's like, bitch, you ain't telling me
What
all
you
of
been
this.
doing?
Yeah.
Big what?
Nigga said what? You got me
Crazy.
in what with the what?
Crazy.
He said you was eating what?
Nah, I feel bad for the baby too in her stomach that's listening to that craziness, dog.
Does the husband stay or leave?
Yo, I swear to God.
Not the baby
Yo,
in
that-
the
No,
stomach.
but no. You know what's funny
That
is
nigga's
that when
divorcing
That's
her.
real.
when I asked if she was
Divorce.
pregnant, that's what I thought of too.
Yo,
Because
for
when you
real.
are pregnant, maybe the baby's not necessarily going to remember any
Bro,
of these
that baby
things
about to be
because
wicked.
it's, you know, she's in the womb or he
That's
is in the
sad.
womb.
Right.
But there is a connection between mother and baby where
Yeah.
the baby can feel the distress and the baby can feel like, you know, what's happening with the mother because you're literally living inside of her.
Oh,
You know what I'm
she done.
saying? But to say like who's the real victim here, it's like there's no timeline on like when it's appropriate
is-
for somebody
yo,
to
he's
let
outta here.
something like
I'm
this
telling
out.
you.
He's the
He's
innocent
gonna wait till
bystander
that
in this
baby drop
situation,
and he's gone.
Look,
I don't know.
Bro,
I don't
you
know
was
about
doing
that.
what?
That 20 didn't drop yet. That's what he's waiting for. That 20
I would
to
say
drop.
that's real love.
He finna get that.
That's
He's
real
gonna
love.
get 10.
It's hard.
If he stays and
He gone.
I don't think
Ain't no way.
he's going anywhere. But
Bro,
that
she
30
was
million come
rubbing.
with something.
Bro, what?
yo,
20
son,
million.
Yo, fam,
Yo,
I
son.
can't even say it, bro.
son, like
Bro.
what I will say is
How you going home, bro?
that's a wild. That's
Was
a
she?
wild.
Hold on. I
that's a wi-
have a wild question. Was you going home with the source?
What you mean, bro? She was going to Pound Town, doing what she was doing, and then, bro, nah.
That's a wild way to find out about.
And then
a
in
wild
court,
way.
It's a
So
crazy
so,
way.
imagine
Wild way.
so imagine that
shit,
like
yeah.
the wildest way to find out about how your
yeah,
wife's ex
was
to her.
getting
that's
crazy.
crazy.
and it's like,
That's
damn, I've
crazy.
been,
It's like,
I've been,
and then
I've been fucking you. I've been fucking you mad regular.
I'm fucking you back regular.
Okay, wait.
This nigga's out here doing all this extra nut shit.
Crazy.
Fuck out of here.
Yo,
I'm out of
crazy.
here.
nah.
I
That's
see
crazy.
that's
No,
that's
no,
a
he's
little-
doing
This is a guy's mind. This is a
No,
guy's
no,
mind.
We're
I
trying
get
to
it.
tell you, this is a guy's mind. If whatever any of my ex,
bitch.
yo, nah,
You
bro.
told me you like missionary.
It's like, I've been
hoodwinked.
different though. Like
Not a straight.
I can get
in
it.
his head, he think he is Superman.
Yeah.
Facts.
He's like, I'm the
Facts.
best you ever had.
For you to
Facts.
tell me you was
he
doing,
think he doing the wildest shit you ever
he
had.
said this nigga's Batman, Superman, fucking.
Yo, she chose up.
Nah.
And then you hear,
and then you want to marry me?
Nah, but look, but here's
That's
where
crazy.
here's where it gets sick.
yeah, it's crazy.
She
It's
said
crazy.
she said she had like sores on her tongue.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's where
that's
it got
where I was at with
wicked,
it.
I didn't hear
bro.
From getting crazy.
Yeah, bro.
I don't
didn't
even
hear
understand like how did the sores happen?
I thought it was an STD.
Nah, cause she wasn't sleeping, cuz.
What?
It was 3 days
Nah,
back to
yeah.
back to back.
And she was
Getting
on
crazy.
For
drugs.
3 to
much.
4 days.
Nah,
No,
bro. From what I heard, there was
She
blood
didn't sleep.
and all type of stuff all over the walls, and
That's
they was
crazy.
going crazy.
Yeah, nah,
That's
bro.
4 days.
4 days straight. I would have
Wow.
said, yo, what was you?
What so
I
so
mean-
what do y'all think is gonna be the outcome of this case?
Shit. I can't even listen to Diddy.
It's a
no more.
RICO with one person. How do we
Boom.
justify that?
I don't even
It's
know.
bullshit. Right?
Yeah.
The RICO for one person is insane.
I really,
But will they switch the charges? Because the feds do it all the time.
Can you do
They,
that?
they can. They can.
bro, I really think
The
they
feds
just
can do
trying
whatever
to.
the fuck they want to do.
Because if you're going off of the charges that they're trying to bring now,
It's-
they're really just going
yeah.
over all of the sexual deviancy
Yeah.
that's been going
That's
on
it.
with.
So that's
these
my
guys.
thing. Like
Bro.
my thing is like, you know, being a freak is not illegal.
That's
Right.
what I think they try to do, bro. I think they just
They
trying
try-
to show he's a fucking freak.
They trying to
and
criminalize
like-
being a freak.
Yeah,
Right.
bro.
No, okay.
Not even that. It's
Like,
just more
that's
so like
You might get off, but we're going to destroy you.
it's
type
more
stuff.
so destroying you.
I
Who's
don't
gonna
think
fuck
that's
with
what it
Diddy
is.
after that? You
Now,
can't fuck with him after
If
that.
Diddy would have came out and said, "Yo, I'm a freak,"
Yeah, bro.
Well, no. This is everybody's gonna have their opinion about
Right.
this, right?
Facts.
This is something that is happening publicly. The public eye is going to have their opinions.
Word is-
Nobody was there. Everybody's an outsider looking
That
in, so you
part.
have to expect outsider looking in commentary,
word.
right?
Definitely.
Nobody
We
is
don't know
trying
what's
to
really happening.
villainize
This is journalism.
or blame the victims or anything like that. Everybody is. This is a freaking whirlwind of information that nobody even knows
Amen.
how to process.
And then-
So having an open dialogue about it, we are in no way more informed than the people in the courtroom or the people who are involved. This is a conversation that's happening. And if you want to be offended by it,
Tell
then
them.
you can be offended by it. But everybody is having their own separate conversations in their living rooms, whether it be on camera or
That's
off.
facts.
Yeah.
That's
And
facts.
It's gonna happen. That's what happens when things like this are very high profile cases going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have the things that they're
This is a
chiming
learning
in.
moment.
So you know what I'm saying? It's not
This is a learning moment.
oh, this person's wrong. It's none of that. We're having an open dialogue about a very public high profile trial.
And they say America's like the place of free speech, bro.
What?
So-
Allegedly.
Innocent until guilty.
Allegedly.
Proven guilty.
But
right?
the thing is, the shit that he doing, fire for that.
Yeah.
Wicked
It's a
business,
lot.
brother.
And there's
in a court of public opinion,
She said it burned every time.
Bro.
that's a lot. That's like over.
it's a lot of details coming
Nah, I
out.
ain't
But-
gonna hold
and you
you.
have
I
to-
felt bad for it, man. Like
because
I'm
you
reading
have
this
to
shit.
understand,
Yeah.
nobody's body
That
is built
part.
to go through these
Yeah,
kind.
that
That's
part.
like going through
Whoa.
child labor every 3 days.
Well, baby oil's not supposed to go inside
It's
you.
not.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I mean
No.
that's the topical thing.
And I think I read the Gatorade wasn't even all Gatorade, so everything was.
Yeah, you drugged up.
Yo, everything
drugged.
was.
Bro, you
I'm
know,
only
Right,
reading the dog, and I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
even
yeah.
listen
This
or
nigga-
watch it.
This nigga had his own Gatorade.
bro.
This nigga,
He
made
was
haterade.
tripping.
I
for
thought
real.
I stopped following it when he had a bed in the basketball in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
gym. I was like, "What you need?"
Yeah.
After game freak offs, yo, it's crazy.
Too much. It's
we
a
going to
lot.
death row, brother.
Nigga said game. Now let's fuck.
It's a
Love
lot.
it, basketball.
I think you know. And then there was the documentary, the Max
Bro,
documentary.
it
It was
was-
too much.
My God, have
Yo.
y'all seen that on Max?
Nigga, if
Like that 4-part joint on Max?
They was firing this nigga up.
Oh man,
Bro, they
Bro,
was
this
firing.
man, yo, he raped
was wildin'.
allegedly. He
was
raped
wildin'.
one of his employees' girls on a pool table.
Sick.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. So
dog, like what? Watching shit like that, it's like,
Bro,
all right,
yeah,
yo, hold up,
fucked
like,
up.
you know what I mean?
it's fucked up, bro.
Because you hear rumors and shit, and like, there's a lot of people that say things that I don't believe, but I believed her, bro.
Yeah, that.
The only girl I didn't believe on that documentary was the last one, the one that the Canadian chick, the one.
Or she like dated him.
Now-
and
Yeah.
then,
let me ask y'all this: do y'all think it's a thing of power and money with him, or
Well,
is
yeah.
it like,
I think
yo,
it's
this
deeper
nigga's
than
sick,
that.
bro?
Nah, I think it's deeper than that. I think that plays a factor into it.
I
absolutely.
think that plays
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
big
role
factor.
in
I
it.
think it's a
Like,
big thing, yeah.
I
But-
can get anything I want. Anything
Right.
I want, I'm gonna get it.
Bro,
He
it's
even
type
said
of-
it.
yeah.
Anything I want, I need to have. What the
Yeah,
nigga
like-
said, nigga.
So
And you know what's crazy? I used to love that clip.
yeah,
Word,
and
right,
then-
word.
I used to love that clip because I was like, yeah,
because that's
like-
motivation.
yeah, I'm about to go do some
motivation,
shit.
bro.
and then
And then
It's like
completely
this
different
with the
nigga
spirit of
context.
what he talking
and
about.
then you start hearing this shit, and you're like,
Like,
damn,
damn, nigga.
This is what you was talking about. Everything
Right.
hits
Yeah.
different now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Just
You
like
rape
what happened
people.
with R. Kelly. Everything
bro,
hit different.
It's
Yeah.
like fuck, right?
R. Kelly, but at least R. Kelly, bro.
No,
there's
nigga,
no
we
at least,
seen
bro.
the,
no,
stop.
ain't no at least. But we seen the tapes, bro. Early, nigga. Where
Yeah.
it's
Right,
like,
right.
this
it was in our
nigga's wild,
face.
bro.
We
Fuck
knew
this
we
nigga.
knew this nigga was wild.
Diddy, it's like you heard about the shit, but it's like you ain't know, nigga, until you fucking.
Well, I mean, you gotta
I mean, there
understand.
was a lot of.
So
there
how,
was
what
a
we
lot.
said earlier, when you're talking about
Fact.
success, we need a team, right?
Right.
His team is just as responsible as he is.
Big
Yeah.
time.
You know what I mean? Like his
There
team,
we go.
like because yeah, you on his payroll, but like you
was
know
knowing.
right from wrong.
Right.
You was
Like, who
around,
ain't
go
fucked
back
this
to the
nigga
grind.
up,
He was
bro.
making it happen
Yeah.
more than anything.
So the
Cleaning
motherfuckers
it
who
up.
quit, the motherfuckers who quit,
The maid who's
Those-
cleaning
those-
up, the
those-
cleaners that's cleaning it
those
up,
was
the
those,
security.
those was the real
the butler.
heroes. The niggas who quit and said, "I don't want to be a part of this."
What happened to the butler that
Those
had
are-
the umbrella? What was his name?
Mr. Bentley.
Farnsworth.
Mr. Bentley.
Farnsworth
You know what I'm
Bentley,
saying?
yeah.
Just
That
leave it
nigga
at
might
that.
have been one of the niggas fucking pumping Cassie up.
Nah, Cassie wasn't even around then. True. By the time he left, Cassie,
Yeah.
like he left and then Cassie got to the picture.
Right.
I think he might have saw some shit and was like, "Man, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
That nigga took his umbrella and flew away.
Yo,
Gone.
right. Like
I
Mary
ain't saying
Poppins.
nothing.
That nigga was like, "I am out of
Yo,
here."
and the shit that's crazy, bro, this nigga was blowing up cars, bro.
Yo,
Imagine
Allegedly.
dealing with a shorty
He's a
and
blow-
her ex was blowing up my whip. Like, bitch, I gotta
Listen,
this nigga, bro. Like,
he
who
played that
is-
Joker
Yeah, that's
role
crazy.
well.
Yo,
Bro,
look,
this
He's in
nigga
that
was
Joker
blowing
role.
up
Yeah.
cars, bro.
Tapped.
Like, shorty,
So
Yeah.
imagine somebody.
I would have been like, "Yo, you can have that.
yeah, you got it, bro.
You got it.
Fuck out of here.
But
That's
it's
what I'm
like,
saying.
so
Her husband
I have
is a
now
hero.
left. I have now left the situation, and what
I'm
you're
outta
going
here.
to do is try to make every situation after this miserable. You're gonna blow
This
up
nigga
the
is
car of the
blowing up
person that I'm trying to
cars.
like move on with. This is crazy.
I just
And then
bought-
I'm a celebrity too.
I
and you
just bought
blew
that
up my-
Nissan. Like,
Yo.
Like, nigga, you blew up my whip.
It's. I think it's a little bit
Like,
more
nah,
than
I gotta
being
come
freaky,
see you,
but
bro.
Well,
And then it's like they had a whole meeting about this. Like, bro, you blew up my car.
I can't wait to see how this shit
Crazy.
unfolds, my nigga.
How much more weeks left? Is
I
what,
would have
8
sucked
weeks?
this nigga in
I
this.
don't know. It's gonna be a long trial, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna
This
be
is
one of
like
the
the-
longest.
a lot of
I think it's
discoveries.
gonna be the longest trial of our generation.
man,
Man.
Because OJ was a long trial, but I think this is gonna, because there's so many layers to this shit.
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be
it's
longer when them two little crazy white boys that killed their
Oh,
parents.
Menendez.
The Menendez.
Oh.
Nah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
Nah, but
I don't think it'll be longer than Menendez.
But that's
trial, though.
murder.
8
That's
weeks.
murder.
That's
Yeah.
8 weeks of this type of graphic stuff. We only 2 weeks in.
Bro,
I don't think I can.
Nut
This is
on the
details that we
nipples
already
is
know.
wild.
This is crazy.
Nut on the nipples is wild.
It's,
They
that's
said
real
that
wild.
the men's was, bro.
What more do they got?
Yo,
Like,
fire, bro.
So
I can't even.
let's move on
Yeah.
from Puff.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
lot.
please.
Fuck
I want to
Crazy.
talk about one more thing before we bring this in for Orlando, man. Tory Lanez.
shit.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times in the joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's start from the top, right? Because Tory is currently serving a 10-year sentence
Right.
for a crime that he quite possibly did not commit.
She's
Yeah.
team Tory.
And
She's Team
you
Tory?
know, this would
I
subsequently
wasn't.
be
Yeah,
no, you
okay.
weren't.
Until now.
You know, this it's so much,
It's
but like
crazy.
being wrongfully accused and convicted for
Yeah,
something
yeah,
that you
yeah.
Is
you know
the
you really
wickedest.
didn't
Yeah.
do. You know, we touched base on this particular incident and the case that followed on previous episodes. And for the record, like he said, I always maintained like my skepticism about like the details of the case. And I'm
Facts.
like, something about this just ain't right. I don't think that he did it. And even then, there was a lot of information that was circulating.
Right.
There was a lot of contradicting and conflicting information surrounding it. And not that the shooting didn't actually happen, but from jump, I thought something's off.
Something's off.
You
Now,
didn't think it was Tory?
I think many people
Never.
like myself that were following the
She likes
trial,
Canadians.
the consensus for people who really didn't believe that Tory actually did it is just the trial was just riddled with inconsistencies.
That was the
Nah, you
part.
look. Nah, that's different because you're looking at it with a logical mind
yeah.
versus just like, okay, a female's been hurt
Yeah.
by a guy.
Yeah.
We're
bro.
gonna take her.
Nope,
side.
nope.
I don't care what.
and
what
that's
anybody say.
the part again we're talking about the public court or whatever. But when we go to trial and there's no DNA that proves that the weapon was ever in his hand or discharged
Right.
by him or that the magazine was ever in his hand, now we're talking about okay, well then who did it?
Exactly.
Right? And there are witnesses. It's not like it was
Right.
just hearsay or
Right.
she said and he
in
said
a neighborhood.
in a neighborhood
And
where
to say
people
that, and
where-
Kelsey Harris had immunity.
Yeah, that was a big
so,
thing.
Okay,
She got
and
through.
You know what I'm saying?
That was
The-
what made it off.
in the beginning, that the one witness, Sean Kelly, reported that there was a physical altercation between women, which would be Megan and her then best friend Kelsey, right? And I think one of the earlier, I guess, testimonies from Megan was that he shot out of a window or something like that, but it was just
Dance, bitch.
It would.
Right.
Oh my god! It's always gonna.
That nigga stabbed, man.
Yo, for real, that's sad, though.
But it's just that it was inconsistent as far as like where everybody was placed in the car, right?
right.
People will say like, "Oh, he was apologizing." I saw somebody say like, "There's plenty of screenshots of him saying that it wasn't Kelsey and he was
Because they were all
apologizing."
drunk.
Blah, blah.
So let me piggyback. I was not there. No one was there.
Right.
And this is as a nightlife promoter, right? I could say hype is a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I am in a hype of like I have all this money, I can be with any woman I want. I just left so and so's house with
Yeah.
2 other females. My question would say, what do you think, even you as a woman, but generally anyone outside, a man's mental state if they're just surrounded by women? Are they in an angry state?
No.
No. I am now with a security guard.
Yeah.
And I am in a big truck. I'm in the back seat. Do I seem like I would be in an angry state?
No.
When I am driving in this car, when they now said, and this is, I got a joke on my boy now because it's free Tory. How tall is Tory?
Like 5'2".
He's 5'7".
Yeah, but he be tripping, bro.
He said he's 5'7".
He said.
Yeah.
He said that, so that means he's 5'4".
He's 5'7". He's 5'7".
I say I'm
You're now
5'11".
stating that he jumped over the back seat.
I am
Yeah.
not 5'11".
Because he was that short.
He's
into
still
the front
standing.
seat to now take something from someone or someone and then reach and say the infamous words.
Yeah.
Dance, bitch.
Yeah.
It just said, never have I left a situation with a group of females. The two females were arguing, and one was gonna get out. We was gonna tell her to keep it moving.
Right.
We was if you
Right.
got out the car, it would say you was out. It was
Yeah.
bye. And that was the logical as just like, yeah, anything can happen. Anything could be true as we keep seeing in stories, but hey, you know, just like most stories, and look at God now, is like, you know, the truth will be prevail,
Yeah.
and we still don't know. You know what I
No,
mean?
we
This is
don't.
only, you know, newfound evidence, but logically, it just was not making
Yeah.
sense for someone that is so financially sound, someone that is so clear-minded, to now be leaving a state like, damn, this shorty's making me leave this little situation on. Nah,
I think something was off.
I thought that was off to me.
I thought something was off when she was on Gayle King and she lied.
Oh
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
what I knew
So
it was
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Somebody.
He was done.
I saw that there was like a petition that had came out like
Yeah.
during the time of the trial,
I
and
saw
someone
that.
had said like, you know,
Didn't she
he
say-
went. Go ahead.
Look, did she say on Gayle King, Tory didn't shoot me? Or no.
She said he didn't
He
smash.
didn't blaze her.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't
Said
have
he
sex
ain't
with her.
smash.
Yeah, that's what she
She
said.
said. I didn't. Yeah, she said. Yeah, we
Which is
never-
a big part of the story
That
because
was a
we
big
know
part.
her and Kelsey was arguing because he was smashing the both of them.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna ask,
See?
where's Kelsey from?
I don't know.
I don't
even
know.
know.
man.
I've been
We,
outside.
we
a long
might
time.
need a booker.
She from Detroit.
She from
Yeah.
oh.
But you see how you just
Yeah.
boom. It just answered it. It just answered it. Shorty from Detroit and your best friend from Houston. I don't even think how y'all met.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it as such.
Yeah.
She
We
was
might
her
need a
personal
booker for the
assistant.
next Chris party.
From Detroit.
No.
I don't know in the law though if they can reopen that case since they already.
I mean,
Hit the
anything.
gavel on it.
I think that they
Yeah,
can,
that's
you know,
what-
with
I
the
don't
newfound
know.
evidence, and I feel like in the just
ain't they juking bro up?
no actual concrete DNA evidence that the man had his hands on that
So
weapon in the
unfortunate.
first place. It is unfortunate, but it is, you know, it goes to show on another note that this system really wasn't created for us, period, right? Black men in particular, you know, more so than anyone else, is that you're guilty until you're found guilty, really. Because once they put in their mind that you're guilty, there's no,
It's a
we're
wrap
not,
for you.
you know what I'm saying? And it's rarely a jury of your peers. Because,
And if you have a heart and you see a woman crying,
oh yeah,
sympathy
absolutely.
is real.
I think it
Yes,
turned into
it
something
is.
bigger for
It
Tory
is.
versus just like him proving like, yo, I didn't shoot. It turned into, I remember at the time, R.P. Kevin Samuels, there was a lot of stir of emotions with the men versus female war online.
Yeah.
So he's fighting a bigger monster
Right.
than
Yeah.
just, did I
Facts.
shoot this girl or not?
Yeah.
He's fighting
Yeah, but
a
he was
man
tripping,
hurting
bro.
a woman.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So you mean to tell me that the day that the defense gained some new information and says, look, the bodyguard of Kelsey Harris
Yeah, that's crazy.
comes out and says X, Y, and Z. You mean the day after that he gets stabbed 14 times in jail when he never had no issues with nobody? The nigga, like, what? Is that a coincidence?
But my question to that is, why didn't the bodyguard? Wasn't he already like summoned
Yeah,
to
he should
speak
have. Yeah, he should have
Well,
said
at that time
Yeah.
before, and he ducked it or
didn't
something?
necessarily
He didn't
do what
show
he
up.
needed to do, but I guess now it's been weighing on his conscience.
talking about
he
it's
said
weighing on his
couldn't-
conscience.
He could no longer sit around and watch an innocent
Or
man
did the
pay
money
for a
run
crime
dry?
that he didn't.
The nigga,
Nah,
the
because
nigga
it's
went
like,
missing.
bro.
He was missing.
Yeah, he went
Yeah.
missing.
He was out the country or some
Hit
shit,
Mexico
right?
or
Because
something
it's
like
like,
that.
bro, if they could have paid that nigga, they would have been paid that nigga.
Yeah.
If it was on some money
Or he
shit,
just didn't wanna be a part of
This
nothing, huh?
time to like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, we gonna,
But that's your bodyguard.
You see, but here's
Mm-hmm.
the thing, man. Like that shit.
them
that
niggas
shit-
is
that-
wicked, bro.
That shit got me fucked up because I'm like, damn. I've been saying he shoots women for mad long.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And
I've been saying that shit faithfully. He shoots women,
yeah,
Right.
you have.
and now I'm like, damn, all these holes in the story.
Shit
Yeah.
don't make sense.
You know, it makes me feel bad, like, because I just wrote, and I think that's fucked up with certain women. Like, you just believe women a lot of the times, man, because we want to protect them so bad.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Right? Because that's our job, right?
And there's always protect all women. So
Right.
Get that
Yeah.
wrong. Get
Right,
that fucked up.
but there do be bitches who
yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Right.
And I
And that's
always say
unfortunate.
these type of situations, even though this is magnified, these type of situations happen every day. But it's like, damn, how did we get here?
So think about it
these
like
type
this.
of women mess it up for the people that
Are telling the
actually are
truth.
getting
Right.
Think about it like this, right? Mona, don't call me white girl. She said one time, all you bitches is to blame for a lot of these niggas dying. Because you get into an argument with a nigga,
Yeah.
he violates you, he might say the wildest shit to you, and you say, well, I'm gonna go get my cousin, my brother, or whoever,
It's over.
right? To, I mean, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
rectify the situation. Then that nigga that you supposed to go get handled claps your brother.
two lives
Yeah.
lost.
Or your cousin. Now that nigga go to jail, that nigga dead. And now you talking about like, damn, he did my brother dirty. Like, no, bitch, you did your brother dirty.
Yeah.
Like you brought that nigga into a situation that he couldn't handle.
Right.
So then it's like, all right, you have a situation like that, and then you have a situation like Megan, who just blatantly lied. Right?
It's crazy.
And this is all alleged. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Allegedly.
We don't know, but it's hard to believe that you got shot in your foot and you was twerking on Saturday Night Live 2 days later.
Right.
That's an incredible bitch.
She's-
No bullshit. Like, if you could do that, she got it, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, whatever. But look,
Right.
I hope the right thing happens for Tory,
I
man,
do
at this
too.
point. Because getting stabbed 14 times,
That's
7
wild.
times
At
in
this
your
point,
back,
he need to call Trump.
twice in your head, all this
Yeah,
shit.
fucked up.
At this point,
Yeah,
he need to
man.
call
Wow.
DT, man.
Right.
And you know what's sick is a lot of women in the comments. Like, you made a comment that I don't think you thought was gonna get that much attention, but Charlie was like, well, we didn't want the dude to die.
Right.
And there's a lot of women in like,
Like,
who's
yeah, we did, though.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, a lot of people
Like-
was like, nah, we did want him to die.
And the thing is, like, you don't know these people
about
from
life.
Adam. Like, you don't. Megan don't know you exist. Tory don't know you exist.
It's trauma
And
bonding.
you're so
And that's
invested
another
in this
episode,
that you
but
would
yeah.
want for somebody's life to be taken because of something that you perceived as whatever you perceived it as.
I feel like those people don't got nothing going on for themselves. So
Yeah,
more so
they
they're
dead
wishing-
inside, so
yeah,
they want to
bro,
see
it's
everything
like-
else die.
Yeah.
That shit don't make
and
sense,
I
bro.
hope that
I mean, this might be the end of the clips
Yeah.
of our interview for even, this is like social awareness for people that watch this and for educational purposes. All three of us men up here, we're caseworkers.
Yeah.
And so we deal with people on day-to-day level. Even this is even for youth. So there's four P's. You have 4 F's. You have the flight, you have fright, you have froze, and you have fawn. So in a lot of these situations, some people, even in the Cassie situation, seem to be fond with her bully, and it might not been like the friendly, but because you're so scared, you only could be the friend to the bully. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And when you don't have any options, no resources, no money, no help, no mom, no dad, no brothers, no sisters, no friends, no support, you might be froze. And some people that get locked up and and they have no walls and no support, they have to fight, you know what I mean, or they will fight. And so this is a good situation where I hear trauma bonding across the board, and people are looking to, you know, some type of relationship to be relatable, to say I've went through that, so forth and so forth. And trauma bonding is a real thing. And so to even wait, you know, to hope death on someone else because you went through some trauma that you may wish death on the person that caused trauma on you. It just, you know, not to say shameful, it's just devastating. It's a tragedy and it's just devastating.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. Fact.
Yeah.
But dog, this was a good episode, man.
We
My
appreciate
guys,
y'all.
everything Chris, man. What's next for y'all, man? Anything y'all want to tell the people, man? Coming up for everything Chris.
YOLO. Everyone say YOLO.
Yes,
you only
sir.
live
YOLO.
once.
Yeah.
You know, we about promoting good Caribbean fun.
Yes.
We are second generation Caribbean children.
Where you from, Cali?
My mother's from Barbados. I used to be a Jane.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
so
Hey,
we definitely got to represent. I love smiling. I love you know, representing this beautiful city for everything that we talked about. You know, in past episodes on this beautiful podcast, people travel to New York, LA, you know, Florida, have a good time. Houston, when you come to Boston, check into an Everything Chris event. That's what it's all about.
Yes,
You
sir.
gonna really know why Boston is now, not to me, check the news, top 5, you know, most lit cities for a reason.
Wow.
So evidently we've been part of that success, you know, and that's what I'm here to talk shit about, and we did that.
Yes, yes. What you could expect from Crisp is a lot of bunch of is crazy work, but some lit events. Us bringing the culture together, us bringing a lot of talented people together. We're at Venu Sundays every Sunday.
Don't forget Fat.
We're at FET once a month.
Word.
We're at FET every Sunday for Love and Brunch. We're at Han 8-9 August 9th
So
for
juicy.
Chris Caribbean Fest.
Yep.
Come on.
For 7 July 27th, we're
Rooftop at Soldier Book.
Rooftop in the
at
Fenway.
Shelter. So we're what we're trying to do is just bring different venues to the city and bring all lives together and make sure you guys have fun, make sure you guys have a safe time, and make sure you guys have a crisp time.
Memorable moments.
And make sure you guys follow my DJ Pastor. I'll let him end this
Yes,
off.
sir.
And with anything he got going on, you know, we got going on. So everything Chris to the world, man.
Yes, sir. I can't end it without, you know, shouting out one of our biggest events coming up, Memorial Day weekend.
About
Chris White Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. You ain't got no work, you ain't got no school, so
Pop
make
out.
sure you pop out on us at Venue.
Chris
you know,
White.
Follow us for all the lit events, everything Crips. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the main chef, I'm the main DJ there, so we be cooking up. And shout out to CWTFB Radio.
There we
Appreciate
go.
y'all.
Hey,
let's go.
on the
Appreciate
first
y'all,
try.
man.
Yo,
Heard.
I want to thank y'all once again. I
Facts.
apologize for keeping y'all here for a little bit later than
Don't
what
even
we
trip,
should
my
be.
nigga.
I know we all got lives and things like that, so life happened and it made me a little late, but I appreciate you guys for keeping this open for me and making sure that we was all here to join as a collective.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Word.
My boys, they hold it down. Cali, Pastor, but it means a lot that y'all held it open so I
Thank
could
you.
make it here
Absolutely.
to be a part of it from the beginning. We love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
We noticed you guys from the inception of what y'all were doing.
Word.
You know, we noticed the vision. Obviously, there's transitions and always changes, bro. But Charlie, you as a machine and what you got going on, we appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
And as his co-host, you hold him down and make him better. Okay.
Oh yes, thank you.
You keep that
I will
up.
do that.
And same happens likewise.
The production team, we shout you guys out because we
real.
appreciate y'all. We understand how like the behind the scenes things work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of
Right.
people, they just see the face of things and not understand like
There's a whole
how this guy behind, I don't know his name, but
My man
Mellow.
Mello.
Mello, they don't understand
Mello
how
Vieira.
important he is.
Yeah.
You know? So for us, we're a team. We like to shout out teams. So we appreciate you guys. Keep going. We'll definitely support you guys and push you guys forward and on our
Thank you.
platforms how we can. We love you guys. Just keep pushing forward and let's bring the city up, man. I feel like the city deserves it. A lot of us been pushing for a while, and excuse me, we may feel like we haven't got our just due or our acknowledgement, but I feel like if we keep working, it'll come. Don't worry about that. It's all gonna come in the back end. Pause. But just keep working. You know what I mean?
He's all proud of you, like, yeah, that was a legitimate pause. Absolutely.
But nah, man, this was a good time, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. You guys, y'all are welcome back here anytime, man. This was good. I'm Charlie Machine, alongside my Choco Bliss sis, Honey Kiss, never miss.
We out of here.
My good sis.
Everything
Chris.
Yes.
See how that worked?
We out of here, baby.
Thank you. That was intense.
Yo, wow. You got crazy there.
All the late night spots. Why? Y'all got overs.